A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Willis. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another television show. But meanwhile, let's go out to Jack's home in Beverly Hills, where, even as you and I, Rochester is filling out his income tax.
Let's see. Name, Rochester Van Jones. Occupation, butler, chauffeur, cook, gardener, valet, masseur, window washer, and author of What to Do in Your Spare Time. Now, let's see. Enter your total wages.
Oh, hello, Rochester. What are you doing?
I'm filling out my income tax, Mr. Benny. It certainly is complicated.
Well, I'll help you with it if you'd like.
I sure would.
All right, let's see the form. Oh, Rochester, look at all the occupations you listed. You don't work that hard.
I don't, eh?
No.
I got housemaid's knee clear up to the hip.
What?
And at that point, middle-aged Fred takes over.
Rochester, if you want me to help you, pay attention. Now, let's see, your income. What was your income last year?
Do I have to tell?
Certainly. Put down the salary I pay you.
Can I write it in red ink?
Red ink, why?
I want them to know I'm blushing.
Never mind. Now for the next question. List any extra monies you received as gratuities, gifts, or bonuses from your employer.
Oh, boss, come now.
Look, Rochester, just finish your income tax, sign it, and mail it in. Look, and I'm going down to my vault to get some money. I owe Frankie Remley $10.
What for?
Oh, it was a silly thing. I bet him that he couldn't go a whole day without taking a drink of liquor.
And he won?
Yeah. Just my luck. He sat on a rusty nail and got lockjaw. I'll be back in a few minutes, Rochester. It's dark in here. Here come my alligator. Yeah, I don't see Irving. He was sick last week. I hope that veterinarian I sent down made him feel better. Oh, there he is. Hi, Irving. Gee, he's fatter than ever. Come to think of it, I remember the veterinarian going down, but I don't remember him coming up. Oh, well, if I get a bill, I'll know he's all right. Well, here's the vault.
Oh, who goes there, friend or foe?
Friend,
What's the password?
you can take it with you.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Benny.
Yes, and how are you feeling, Ed?
Oh, I'm fine today, but yesterday I had a terrible fright.
Really?
Yes, it was just awful. I woke up and I couldn't see a thing.
Gee, what'd you do?
I cut my hair.
Well, I need some money, Ed. I'll have to open the safe. Let's see. Combination is right to 45, left to 60, back to 15, then left to 110. There. Say, Ed, did the alarm sound a little weaker than usual?
I'll tell you in a minute. I'm counting the dead gophers.
Well, let's see. Here's a $10 bill. That'll take care of Remley. I'm taking Mary to Romanoff for dinner tomorrow, so I better take another $5. Yeah, I'll take 6. I might want dinner, too. Well, I better be going. So long, Ed.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny. Drop me a postcard now and then. Sometimes it gets lonesome.
Yeah. Say, Ed, how long have you been down here?
Oh, it's been years and years. I guess I sort of lost track.
Well,
But we can figure it out. Remember the day you brought me down here? It was your birthday. You were 38.
Gee, it's been that long, huh? Well, Ed, you can't stay down here forever. Have you ever thought of going up?
Yes, I have. When my time comes and Gabriel blows...
No, not that far up. Just upstairs. You know?
Upstairs? Oh, Mr. Benny, you're teasing me.
No, I'm not. See, you've been down here for years and years and years, and just for a little vacation, Ed, I'm going to take you up with me right now. Now, let's go, Ed. Now, follow me.
All right.
Be careful. Ed, what happened?
You forgot to unchain me.
Oh. There we are. Now, let's go. Right up the steps here. Are you coming, Ed?
Yeah, but I'm getting dizzy. I hope my nose doesn't bleed.
Oh, you'll be all right. Well, here we are, Ed. This is the library.
Hey, it's... Ooh,
What's the matter?
something hurts my eyes.
Oh, you'll get used to it. It's the light from this lamp here.
Lamp?
Yes, you see, all the light comes from this little bulb. You see, it's filled with electricity.
Oh. Is Ben still flying that kite?
No, you don't understand, Ed. I'll explain it to you later. Right now, I want you to meet Rochester. Oh, Rochester!
Hungry.
Now, Rochester, Ed may be hungry. Take him in the kitchen and show him the refrigerator.
Refrigerator?
That's something new, Ed.
Oh, I don't care. If I like it, I'll eat it.
Ed, you don't eat the refrigerator. You eat the things inside, you see. It's a place to store things like ham, cheese, steaks, caviar, and turkey.
Oh, is that what it's for?
Rochester.
You learn something new every day.
Don't be funny. You're only confusing Ed. And it's hard enough to explain. I'll get the door. You take Ed in the kitchen and get him something to eat. Coming.
Oh, hello, Jack.
Oh, hiya, Don. Come on in.
Okay. Come in, fellas.
Oh, you brought the sportsman with you. Hello, boys. So sick of that. Don. Don, I meant to call you. We're not having rehearsal until tomorrow.
Well, I heard about it, Jack, but the boys have prepared a very beautiful number for the show, and they'd like you to hear it right now. They're going out of town for a few days.
On business?
No. The boys took their wives fishing at Lake Mead last week, and they're going back there again.
Yeah, I wish I could go. What are they going to fish for?
The tenner's wife, she fell out of the boat Wednesday.
Oh, well, then by all means, let's hear them sing. I mean, she must be awfully tired treading water. Go ahead, boys.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a scene. Boom, 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 boom. I'm tired of dreaming that same old dream. Boom, 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 boom. Each time I lie down, my mind relaxes. Boom, boom, boom. Until I think about those income taxes. Sandman, send me some plans. Boom, 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 boom. To make enough dough to pay their demand. Boom, boom, boom. When you hear Jack Benny scream, believe me, Sandman, that is no dream. Mr. Sandman, it's light up time. Light up a lucky, they're really sublime. Pop on a lucky, and you know the reason. No other cigarette is quite so pleasing. Sandman, you're sure to lie. The finer taste of a lucky strike. No, sir, man, it's not a dream. Lucky to taste better, tastes so much better. So Sandman, light up a lucky, it's light up time.
That was very good, Don. Very good.
I think it'll sound fine on the show.
It certainly will. By the way, Don, I've got a surprise for you. You know, you've heard me talk about Ed, that nice old man who's been guarding my vault all these years.
Yes.
Well, a few minutes ago, I brought him upstairs, and I want you to meet him. Come on, he's in the kitchen with Rochester. Rochester, where's Ed?
He's in your bedroom lying down. He's exhausted.
Exhausted?
Yeah, I guess I showed him too much for one day.
What'd you show him?
The Esquire calendar.
Well, maybe the rest will do him good. Oh, excuse me, Don. There's someone at the door. Mr. Sandman, send me a dream. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny. I just stopped by to ask you if it's all right if I miss rehearsal tomorrow.
And the sportsmen aren't going to be there either. Well, I guess it's okay. Why do you want to miss rehearsal?
I'm going to commit suicide.
Suicide? Again?
I may miss the broadcast, too.
Dennis.
Yeah?
Dennis, look at me.
Huh?
Now, all right, Dennis. I'll go along with you this time. Now, how are you going to commit suicide?
Well, I'm going to hang myself and take poison and jump off the roof and shoot myself.
Oh, I see. Now, Dennis, any one of those methods would kill you. Why are you going to do all of them?
My middle name is Westinghouse, and I want to be sure.
Hey, you know, that's a pretty good joke. Now, let's get serious and forget about suicide.
Yes, sir.
Now, what are you going to sing?
After I'm gone.
Cut that out! Dennis, you are without a doubt the silliest kid I've ever known in my life.
Oh, you're just mad because George Goebel is younger than you are.
Well, he won't always be. Now, go ahead and sing. Very good, Dennis. Westinghouse Day. Now, turn out the light in your mouth and go home.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.
Well, I guess I better be running along, too, Jack.
Boss!
What's the matter, Rochester?
Boss, it's dead. He's gone.
What do you mean gone? It was just in my bedroom.
I know, but I went to bring him some milk and crackers, and he wasn't there.
Maybe he's wandering around the house somewhere.
That's what I thought at first, but then I saw that the door from the bedroom to the patio was wide open, and I traced his footsteps to the Coleman's fence.
Gee, I hope he didn't climb the fence.
He tried to, but I think the electricity discouraged him.
What?
His next few footsteps were 10 yards apart.
Gee, this is awful. Poor Ed, he's a confused man. He won't know what to do or where to go. We've got to find him.
No telling what could happen to him, Jack. We'd better get down to the police station.
You're right. Roger, you stay here in case he comes back. Come on, Don, let's go.
Look, Mr. Benny, would you please relax? Believe me, we're doing everything we can to find your friend.
But, Sergeant, I'm worried. I'm nervous. We've been here 3 hours and nothing's happened.
Now, look, Jack, just quiet down and take it easy. I'm sure everything's going to be all right.
I hope so, Don. Gee, poor Ed lost in a big city like this, and it's all my fault.
Say, Mr. Benny.
Yes, Sergeant, yes.
Mr. Benny, it's a long shot, but they're bringing in the afternoon lineup, and your friend may be in it.
Oh, good. Where are they?
Where are they? Here they come now. Well, Mr. Benny, can you identify anyone in this group?
All of them. That's my orchestra.
Your orchestra?
Yeah.
Okay, take them away!
Don't be late for rehearsal, fellas. It's the first time they've all had the same beat.
Look, Jack, we're not getting any place here. Why don't we try the Bureau of Missing Persons?
Hey, that's a good idea. Let's go. Do you know where the Missing Persons Bureau is, Don?
No, it must be somewhere in this building. Maybe that judge would know.
The judge?
Yeah, that man over there in the robe.
Oh, yeah, I'll ask him. Pardon me, sir, but could you tell me if the Missing Persons Bureau is on this floor?
I don't know.
Well, is it upstairs?
I don't know.
Well, is it in this building?
I don't know.
Well, if you don't know anything, what are you doing in that robe?
I'm a test pilot for Lifebuoy, and I just took a shower.
Oh, say, Jack, there's the Missing Persons Bureau right across the hall.
Oh.
Look, there's no sense in the both of us going in there. I better stick with the desk sergeant we were talking to.
Okay, Don, I'll see you later. I wonder who's running this department. Oh, officer. Officer. Are you in charge of the Missing Persons Bureau?
No, Captain O'Shaughnessy is.
Well, I'd like to talk to him.
So would I. He's been missing for 3 weeks.
Oh, fine. Well, maybe you can help me. I want to report a missing person.
All right. Just have a seat.
Thank you.
Now, I want you to give me all the information you can, Mr. Benny.
Oh, you recognize me. I guess you must have seen me on TV.
Yes, I have.
Do you like me?
No.
Well, if you don't like me, why watch my program? Why torture yourself?
I don't like me either.
Now, look, I didn't come here.
Excuse me. Hello? Yes, he's here. Here, it's for you, Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Sandman?
You put me to sleep.
Hello?
You can relax, boss. I found Ed, and he's all right.
You found him? Gee, that's wonderful news, Rochester. Where was he?
Hiding in a closet, frightened to death.
Why, what happened?
He went outside and he said he saw a red and yellow dragon eating up a lot of people.
A red and yellow dragon? What was it?
Just passengers getting on the Sunset bus.
Well, tell him not to be afraid, Rochester. I'm coming right home. Now, Ed, believe me, it wasn't a dragon. I've told you 5 times it was a bus that takes on people. It's a mode of transportation.
Transportation? Well, I didn't see any horses.
Ed, they don't need horses anymore. They have motors. Now, look, Ed, calm down. I'm going to take you downtown. We'll go to a picture show. You'll enjoy that.
I'd rather not, Mr. Benny.
What?
I've seen enough. Would you please take me back down to the vault?
Ed, you want to go back to the vault so soon? Why?
Well, it's so peaceful and quiet down there. Everybody up here is in such a hurry, rushing around, all excited. There's noise and confusion. Nobody seems to be really happy.
Look.
I like it down there in the vault, Mr. Benny. There's nothing to disturb me or frighten me. I'd like to go back.
Well, all right, Ed. And in case you ever want to come up again, just let me know. Huh?
Thank you, but I don't think I will.
All right, Ed. Rochester, I'm going to take Ed back down to the vault.
Okay, boss. So long, Ed.
Goodbye, man.
Here we are, Ed. Let's go down. Ladies and gentlemen, the very best Easter gift of all is the support you give through Easter Seals to children who need your help. These seals provide medical care, nursery centers, and many other things that are needed. So give and give generously to the Easter Seal Agency in your community, or send your contribution to crippled children, care of your local post office. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack will be back in just a moment to tell you about his television program.
Boss, where are you going?
I got to rush over to do my television show. You better get out the car.
We can't take the car, boss. It's being overhauled.
Well, what are we going to do?
Maybe we ought to take a cab.
No, we can take the red and yellow dragon. Stop right by the studio. Good night, folks. See you on TV.
Benny, with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Don. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Easter Sunday, and in cities all over the country, people are parading. Right now in Beverly Hills, Jack is getting ready for his stroll down Wilshire Boulevard, as is his custom every Easter. At the moment, he's taking a shower, and Rochester is laying out his clothes.
Mr. Benny's been in that shower a long time. He's in there pretty long. He'd get through sooner if he'd sing in the shower like everybody else instead of playing his violin. Well, it was pretty clever the way he tied that brush on the end of his violin bow. I'll bet Hyman can't play Love and Bloom and scrub his back at the same time.
Oh, Rochester. Rochester.
Yes, boss.
I'm through with my shower. Hand me my towel.
Your towel?
All right, the Statler's. Don't be so technical when I'm freezing.
Here you are. And here's your shorts.
Hey, see, that shower was invigorating. You know, Rochester, since I've been dieting, I feel like a new man. I look so much trimmer, don't I?
You look about the same to me, boss.
Oh, don't be silly. I bet I lost a lot of weight. I'll get on the scale and show you. Let's see, here's the card. Let me see what it says. You would be a financial success if you weren't such a spendthrift.
Oh, scale, calm down.
And here's my weight. 102 pounds. Rochester, this scale is way off.
I could have told you that when you read your fortune.
Never mind. Let's check this scale. Rochester, you get on. See how much you weigh, will you?
Okay, let's see if I got a penny. Yeah, here's one. Well, my weight is correct.
So what does the card say on the other side?
Let's see. Tell the previous spendthrift he put in a slug.
Well, it's my scale. I can do what I want. Now, Rochester, did you lay out my clothes?
Yes, sir. Your blue suit is on the bed.
My blue suit? No, I wore that in the Easter parade last year. I better wear something else. Answer the door, Rochester. I'll pick out a suit.
Yes, sir.
Rochester always tries to make me look so conservative. This is the Easter parade. I should wear something springy. Let's see, what could I know, I'll wear my white suit. I bet it's as good as the year I put it away.
Boss, Miss Livingston is here.
Yes, she's walking in the Easter parade with me. Tell her I'll be right out.
Okay. What are you putting on that white suit for?
I'm going to wear it in the parade.
But, boss, I think the blue one would look a lot...
Rochester, I'm going to wear the white suit, and that settles it.
Okay.
Is he ready, Rochester?
He will be in a few minutes. Say, Miss Livingston, that's a beautiful dress you've got on.
Well, thank you, Rochester.
Hello, Mary. Happy Easter.
Happy. Jack, you're not going to wear that white suit.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
I haven't seen one like that since Admiral Byrd came back from the South Pole.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you're going to wear it, at least wipe that tomato soup satin off the lapel.
That
Same.
tomato soup what? Well, I've heard everything. Wipe that tomato soup satin?
Tomato soup stain off the lapel.
Well, what for? From a distance, it'll look like a red carnation. Now, come on, Mary, let's go. See you later, Rochester.
Goodbye, boss. Goodbye, Miss Livingston.
Bye, Rochester. By the way, aren't you going out walking in the Easter parade?
Yeah, but first I got to make a call to a girl I have a blind date with. I got to tell her about a change in plans.
Change in plans?
Yeah, I told her to be on the corner of 6th and Central and look for a man wearing a white suit.
Oh, so that's why. Well, wear our blue one. It's your turn to be conservative. Come on, Mary, let's go.
See, there are a lot of people out walking on Wilshire Boulevard.
Yeah. You know, this is a wonderful time of the year. I know there's something in the air, a spirit of awakening, of romance. Makes me feel so young. And you know what they say, Mary? In the spring, a young man's fancy turns to love.
Give me your hand, Jack.
Gee, do you feel romantic, too?
No, we're coming to a curb, and I don't want you to fall on your face. Jack, look who's coming this way. Isn't that one of the boys in your Beavers Club?
Oh, yes. Oh, it's little Joey Hudson.
Well, hello, Joey. Hello, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Joey.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Hey, dig that crazy carnation.
See, I told you, Mary.
Say, Say, that's a mighty cute rabbit you have there.
Yes, it's my Easter bunny. I'm taking him over to Mr. Benny's house to feed him.
To my house to feed him? Why?
My father says he's got more lettuce than anyone in Beverly Hills.
Goodbye, Joey.
Goodbye, Miss Livingston. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye. You know, Mary, strolling down the boulevard today reminds me of that picture we saw a few years ago with Judy Garland and Fred Astaire.
Oh, you mean Easter Parade?
Yeah, that's the one. Remember at the start of the picture when Fred was walking along Fifth Avenue singing that song, and the people answered him? How did that song go again?
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue. And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Isn't right, Mary? They all answered it, just like they did in the picture.
Yeah.
Say, Mary, isn't that Bob Crosby and his wife?
Where?
Walking on the other side of the street.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hurry up. Let's cross the street and join them.
But, Jack, it's the Easter Parade, and maybe they'd rather walk alone.
Oh, don't be silly, Mary. Bob would be insulted if he thought we saw him and didn't say hello.
Say, June, isn't that Mary Livingston across the street there?
Well, yes. It does look like Mary. But I wonder who that is with her.
Well, I don't know, but from here he looks like Admiral Byrd. Say, whoever he is, he's trying to attract our attention. He's waving his hand.
Now he's waving his hat.
Now he's waving his hair. It's Jack. Yeah, I'm amazed that he's this far down on Wilshire. He usually never gets past the California Bank.
Gee, Bob, I hope he doesn't join us.
Well, why?
Well, I like Jack. But look at the way he's dressed.
Well, just keep walking straight ahead, and we'll pretend that we haven't even seen him.
Oh, Bob! Bob!
Keep walking, honey. There are a lot of Bobs.
Oh, Bob Crosby!
Keep walking, honey. There's another Bob Crosby in Encino.
Oh, Bing's brother!
He's got me.
Well, hello, kids.
Why, Jack Benny, of all people. Gee, what a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Hello, Mary. Hello, June. Say, that's a beautiful outfit you've got on. That mink stole is just exquisite.
It sure is. Is it new?
Oh, no. Bob brought it for me when he was with Campbell Soup.
With Campbell Soup?
You know, the outfit that made your carnation. Well, we better be running along now.
Yes, Bob.
But aren't you going to walk with us?
Well, gee, we'd love to, Jack, but the kids are home all alone. We just got to get back to them. See you later.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Walking with you side by side, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Fills my chest with so much pride, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue. And you greet all the friends you meet. Happy Easter to you.
That was nice running into Bob and June. Huh?
Yes, it was.
Gee, what perfect weather. Spring, the skies are clear, the flowers are blooming, the sun is shining. Hey, look who's here, my violin teacher.
Bonjour, Monsieur Benny.
Well, Professor LeBlanc, this is the third year in a row we've met in the Easter Parade.
You, I, me. I sit is always on the other side of the street.
What's the difference? We're both violinists. Oh, by the way, Professor, this is Miss Livingston. She was at the house the last time you gave me a lesson. Remember?
How could I forget? She applied the tourniquet to my wrist.
Oh, yes, that was such an unfortunate accident.
Unfortunate, yes. Accident, no. Ben, I must go now.
All right, Professor. Don't forget my lesson next Thursday, and have a nice Easter.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye. Mary, I can't understand why he hates to give me violin lessons.
I can't understand it either. You play beautifully.
Well, Huh? Mary, that was sweet. What made you say that?
Oh, I don't know. Just an impulse. Yesterday I kicked a cop in the pants.
Sometimes you have to let yourself go, you know. Anyway, Mary, we're certainly running into a lot of people we know, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yum, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter!
You're so cute in that old white suit. Happy Easter.
Hey,
Happy Easter! My oh me, there's so much to see and Strawberry Avenue.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Well, Don Wilson.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Mary.
Say, Don, would you like to walk down Wilshire Boulevard with us?
Oh, I'd love to, Mary, but I'm on the other side of the street.
Oh, yes. Lift your stomach, Don. Here comes a bus. See you later. Come on, Mary. Bum, 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 bum. Say, Mary, have you got a cigarette?
Oh, sure, Jack. I have some right here. Oh, gee, I forgot to put them in my purse.
Well, here's the drugstore. I'll step in and get some.
Okay.
Oh, clerk.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Razor blade, shaving cream, Kleenex,
No. I'd like to buy some...
magazines, aspirin, sunglasses, white savers.
No. All I want is...
Alka-Seltzer, Tootsie Rolls, whiting papers.
I can't go into one store. Hold it, mister, hold it. As long as you're guessing and playing games, I'll give you a hint as to what I want. Now, what do you do that relaxes you and gives you pleasure?
I take off my girdle. What do you do?
Well, if you must know, I smoke a Lucky Strike.
Well, why didn't you say so? You want to pack a Lucky Strike?
Yeah.
There you are.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. Don't go yet.
Huh?
Aren't you going to open your pack of Luckies here?
Well, if you want me to, certainly. There you are. Goodbye.
Not yet. Aren't you going to take out a Lucky?
But...
I make all my customers do it.
Well, okay. There.
See how the tobacco holds together? Luckies are made from long strands of fresh, squeezed, good-tasting tobacco. That's why Lucky Strikes are my favorite brand.
Well, good. And thank you for showing me. Happy Easter.
Jack, you got the cigarette?
Yes. Come on, Mary. Let's keep walking.
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh, me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Well, Mr. Kitzel. Mr. Kitzel, it's nice running into you today.
Unusual pleasure, Mr. Benny. And how are you, Miss Livingstone?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Mr. Kitzel, you certainly look nice in those striped pants, cutaway coat, and top hat.
Thank
It's
you.
just right for Easter.
Oh, thank you, but you know I'm also wearing it for sentimental reasons.
Oh.
This is the suit in what I got married.
Oh, when you got married?
Yes.
See, that must have been about 20 years ago.
Yeah, funny how a little thing like that sticks with you.
Yes.
Oh, my, I'll never forget that ceremony. When they said, if anyone has any objection to this marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yes?
A voice from the back hollered, don't marry her.
Oh, my goodness, who was it?
Me, I'm a ventriloquist.
Oh, Mr. Kissel, you're joking.
Unfortunately.
Oh, well, Mr. Kissel, it was a pleasure running into you on Easter, but we've got to be moving along.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Kissel.
Goodbye.
You know, Mary, it's always nice running into Mr. Kissel. He seems so cheerful and... Hey, look, Mary, there's a photographer taking pictures of couples down the street.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to have him take our picture.
Oh, no, Jack. I'm not going to have a picture taken with you wearing that suit.
All right, I'll have one taken myself. Oh, Mister. I'd like to have my picture taken.
Well, good. Just stand over there, Admiral.
I'm not Admiral Byrd. Now, how would you like me to pose?
Well, first I'd better line you up. There, that does it. Now, would you mind rolling your trousers up above the knees?
Why, do you want to see my legs in the picture?
No, but the less I get of that suit, the better.
Now, wait a minute. I've had enough insults from you.
Here, hold still. I've got you in focus. Now, open your mouth and smile.
Like this?
Righty.
Why do you want my mouth open so wide?
The less I get of that face, the better, too.
Now, cut that out. If you're a photographer, I'm a monkey's uncle.
You have a penis.
Come on, Mary. I'll get my picture taken some other time. How a guy like that ever expects people...
Jack, roll down your pants leg.
Well, come on, Mary. We'll walk as far as La Brea.
Fun.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
Me?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mary. Yes?
What are you doing?
We're just strolling along in the Easter parade.
How far you going?
To La Brea.
That's fine.
What?
You said you was going to La Brea, and I said that's fine.
Well, wait a minute. Aren't you going to try to talk me out of it?
Not me. This is my day off.
Oh.
Well, happy Easter.
Well, same to you. Same to you. Come on, Mary.
What happened?
Nothing. It's all right. We can go to La Brea. Come on.
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter. It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Dennis!
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary.
Hey, Dennis, you having a nice Easter?
Oh, sure. I colored Easter eggs all morning, and then I hid them.
Uh-huh.
And then I told my mother to go look for them.
Ooh, that must have been fun.
Oh, no, it was a mess. The eggs splattered all over my mother's new dress, her 2 nightgowns, and 6 of my father's shirts.
Oh, Dennis, where'd you hide the eggs?
In the washing machine.
In the washing machine?
Yeah, it was awful.
Dennis, I don't understand this. Colored Easter eggs shouldn't splatter. How long did you boil them?
Oh, boil them!
Jack and I are walking down as far as La Brea. Would you like to join us?
Sure, I'm not stuck up.
Well, that's mighty decent of you.
Say, Dennis, while we're walking along, why don't you sing something?
Well, do you think it'll be all right? I mean, here on the street?
Well, sure. Everybody feels good today. It's Easter. They're all singing.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, one...
Is that you, boss?
Yes, Rochester, I'm back.
How was the Easter parade?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Everybody was dressed so nice. I ran into so many people I know. You know, I walked so far my feet hurt.
They do?
Yes. I think I'll soak them in some hot water. Bring me that big pan in the kitchen.
I'm sorry, boss, but somebody else is already using that pan.
Who?
The sound man, his feet hurt worse than yours.
Oh, yes. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another television show. But meanwhile, let's go back to yesterday morning at Jack's house in Beverly Hills. Rochester's just entering the kitchen to prepare Jack's breakfast.
Oh, gee, I'm still sleepy. I better get Mr. Benny's breakfast started. The first thing to do is light the gas. Well, now that the room is lit up, I better turn on the stove. I've got his orange juice in the refrigerator and the coffee is on. What else should I make the boss? Oh, yes, last night he told me that for breakfast he wanted dollar-sized pancakes. I don't mind making the pancakes, but it's so much trouble putting E pluribus unum on them. Well, the griddle's hot, so I'll pour on the batter. Now, I forgot to take the cover off of Polly's cage. Good morning, Polly. Do you feel better today? I'm sorry your little stomach is still upset. Say, the boss's dollar-sized pancakes are just about ready. Hold still, Polly. Lift your head up. Look proud. Remember, you're posing for the eagle on them. Well, everything will be ready in a few minutes now. Coming. Oh, good morning, Mr. Milkman.
Good morning, Rochester. How much milk this morning?
12 quarts.
And how much cream?
4 pints.
Now, let's see. That's 12 quarts of milk and 4 pints of cream.
Uh-huh.
Well, give them to me. That's a great cow Mr. Benny has.
It sure is. Wait a minute. I'll get the stuff out of the refrigerator for you.
You know, Rochester, it's against the city ordinance to keep a cow in Beverly Hills.
Uh-huh.
Well, how does Mr. Benny get away with it?
He painted stripes on it and told everybody it was a pet zebra. Well, here you are. See you tomorrow. Now, let's see. I better carry Mr. Benny's breakfast up to him. Have I got everything on the tray? I wonder if I should bring him the morning paper or not. I better take a look at it first. Yep, I can take it to him. The stock market is up again. I'll never forget that day the market crashed in 1929. Mr. Benny cut his throat. But luckily the iodine he swallowed cured him. That was a bad day for the boss. That was the time his hair turned gray. Even the one at the cleaners.
Good morning, Rochester.
Boss, you're up and dressed already.
Yep, I got up a little early this morning.
Well, here's your breakfast.
Say, this looks real good, Rochester. Oh, look at those pancakes.
What's wrong?
No date on them. Be a little more careful.
I don't want to wind up in Alcatraz for forging pancakes.
Oh, stop. I just want my food to look appetizing, that's all. This coffee is delicious.
It's that new instant coffee.
Instant coffee?
Yeah, Mr. Coleman set it on his windowsill to cool, and it was gone in an instant.
Rochester, you shouldn't have done that. Shut up, you stupid zebra. What does she want to do, get kicked out of Beverly Hills? You know, Rochester, sometimes I think that...
Want me to answer the door, Mr. Benny?
No, you take the dishes back to the kitchen. I'll go to the door. When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my money instead of sleep. Then I fall asleep counting my money. Yum-dum-dee-dum-da-dee. Good afternoon, Mr. Benny. Why, Professor LeBlanc? I didn't expect you. I didn't know I was supposed to take a violin lesson today.
You are not. I came over to talk to you.
Certainly, Professor. What is it?
Mr. Benny, I have a chance to play soft violin for the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, that's wonderful, Professor. Is there anything I can do to help?
Yes. Don't tell anyone I ever gave you violin lessons.
Well, in other words, you want me to give you character references.
Just tell them you don't know me at all.
But, Professor LeBlanc, a word for me might be very helpful. After all, I am a big star.
Mr. Benny, in comedy circles, you are considered one of the biggest laugh getters in the country. Unfortunately, you are considered the same in music circles.
Well, at least I can wish you luck.
Thank you, Mr. Benny.
When will you give me my next lesson?
I am giving you no more violin lessons. We are through. Finished.
Well, Professor LeBlanc, I guess this is goodbye, huh?
Oui, Mr. Benny. Au revoir.
Oh, just a second, Professor. Our association has been such a long one, and now it seems to be terminating, so I'd like to give you this extra money as a little bonus.
No, thank you, monsieur. I'd like to remember you just the way you are.
Well, you talked me into it. Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Gee, I haven't practiced my violin in months. Well, I got nothing to do today. Maybe I ought to start right now. Oh, Rochester.
Yes, sir?
I'm going to do a little practicing. Get me my violin.
Your violin? But, boss, it's broken.
Broken?
Yes, didn't I tell you? Last time you went out on personal appearances, you sent your violin back in your trunk, and when I unpacked it, I found it was smashed.
My violin smashed?
Yes, sir. It's broken to bits. You'll never be able to play it again.
Well, the express company will have to pay for it.
Oh, they'll be glad to.
Never mind. And not only will the express company pay for it, but so will the insurance company.
What do you mean?
Well, don't you remember when I told my agent I was going to play on my personal appearance tour, he suggested I take out accident insurance on my violin.
No, boss. That was on you.
On me?
Yeah, don't you remember the Blue Cross turned you over to the Red Cross, and the Red Cross declared you a potential disaster?
Well, look, send it out to be fixed right away. I want to get... Oh, hello, Don.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, fellas. Oh, for heaven's sake.
Jack, the sportsman's going to be busy the rest of the week, so can you listen to the commercial now?
Oh, sure, Don, sure. Come on in the den. Would you like a cup of coffee? How about you, fellas?
Well, they haven't much time, Jack, so we'll have to get right into the commercial, and I'm in a hurry, too.
Well, how come?
I've got to go to the doctor and have some x-rays taken.
X-rays? What's the matter?
Well, you see, coming over here just now when I crossed Sunset Boulevard, the traffic was very heavy, and I think I swallowed an MG.
All right, Don, all right. I'll go along with your little joke. You can go to the doctor and have your X-ray. I'm sure if you swallowed an MG, it must be causing you quite a bit of pain.
Oh, that's not what's worrying me, Jack.
What?
I want to find out if there was anyone in it.
Well, Don, that's as far as I can go with your little fat Wimbly. So let's hear the song instead.
Okay, fellas, hit it.
Now here's a spot that works all right. It works all right, but not exactly quite. Instead of going tick-tock, tick, the freezing spot goes tock-tock. The experts come to hear and see. A round of them can solve the mystery. We call Professor Einstein too. He said there's nothing I can do. The man who made it rain and rain, because nobody would say why this silly clock behaves the hickory way. It has a think of staying to tick, a steady rhythm, really kind of slick. It has a beat that's really all right, as pleasing as a lucky sight. It's right up time, that's right up a lucky sight. It's right up time, round and firm and wholly packed. It's right up time. Better tasting, that's the fact. So let's light up a lucky, something a lucky, strike the smoke that you will love. For the taste that you will like, come by up a good or lucky strike. If we just could find a rhyme, you know we'd say it's right of time, LSLSMFT. That's the cigarette for you and me. Round and firm and slowly packed. You know it's toasted, that's the fact. Right off a lucky.
That was wonderful. It'll sound great on the show.
Glad you liked it, Jack. Oh, say, before I run along, I was just thinking, if you're not doing anything, maybe we can play some golf this afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry, Don. I've got a date. You see, Dennis Day and I are going out on a picnic.
Just the two of you?
No, we're going with a couple of girls.
Well, I hope you enjoy yourself. So long, Jack.
So long. Say, look what time it is. Oh, Rochester.
Yes, Mr. Benny?
Did Dennis Day call?
Yes, sir. He's got a cold and he won't be able to go on the picnic with you.
How do you like that? And I made a date with these two girls. See, I don't know what to do. Now, who can that be? Hello, Jack. Hey, Bob. Bob Hope. Well, it's good to see you, Bob. Come on in.
Okay, but tell me when 12 minutes are up, I only put a penny in your parking meter.
Don't worry, I'll validate your ticket. Come on in. Gee, it's nice of you to drop in on me like this, Bob.
Well, this isn't exactly a social visit.
You mean you have some business to discuss with me?
Yeah, Jack, I came over here about several big business deals.
What are they?
Well, I'd like you for a guest star on my television show, also my radio show. I want you to play a part in my next picture, and I need 3 quarts of zebra milk.
I appreciate your thinking of me. So you want me to do a picture with you, eh?
Yeah, Jack, and it's going to be a very exciting one. You and I play the part of 2 oil prospectors down in Texas.
Say, that sounds good. Tell me something, Bob. Are the people down there really as rich as we keep hearing about?
Oh, they sure are. In fact, Texas is the only place in the world where they send care packages to Beverly Hills.
Care packages to Beverly Hills.
True. Down there, Howard Hughes has declared a vagrant.
the way, Bob, I meant to tell you, I read your book, your new book, Have Tucks Will Travel. I read it.
Say, that's $3.50 for the cloth cover and $1 for the paper cover. That's your regular bookstore. How'd you like what I wrote about you, Jack?
Well, it was very nice, Bob, but I felt that you could have devoted more space to me in your book, considering the fact that I'm responsible for your success in pictures.
How are you responsible for my success in pictures?
Well, if I hadn't been so lousy, you wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
I feel better. No, but I want to tell you, you shouldn't talk that way about yourself, Jack. I think you're great in pictures. In fact, I think you're great in everything you do.
Really, Bob?
Yes, and that's not just my opinion. It's also the opinion of your writers who wrote this script. Hey, now, Jack, getting back to the picture, do you want to be in it with me?
I guess so. What is it going to be called?
The Road to Dallas.
Hey, wait a minute. You make all of your road pictures with... Bing Crosby, how come he's not going to be in this one?
Well, as I told you, it's going to be made in Texas, and Bing is a little sensitive about Texas since they turned him down.
Turned him down for what?
He wanted to buy it.
No. Bob, look at it. I know that Bing is loaded. I mean, he's got a lot of dough. How could any one man buy the state of Texas?
Gary's working now.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Okay, Bob, it's a deal.
Good. Well, I guess I'll be running along.
So long, Bob. It was nice. Hey, wait a minute. Bob, you can do me a big favor if you're not doing anything this afternoon.
Not doing anything. I have a radio rehearsal. I have a script conference for my TV show. I have to go to a bookstore and autograph copies of Have Tucks Will Travel. I have to be interviewed for a fan magazine. I have costumes fitting for my picture.
Oh, it's a shame you're so busy, Bob. You see, I have a date with two girls.
Where do we pick them up?
At their apartment. Now, we're late now, so I'll call the girls and tell them that you're coming instead of Dennis Day.
On the phone, Mabel, with Mr. Benny Gertrude. He says Dennis Day can't come with us on the picnic. That's too bad. So he's bringing Bob Hope instead. That's even worse. What are you talking about? Well, I know a girl who's been out with Bob a couple of times, and she complained about that nose of his. That's some nose he's got. Yeah. But it can be very economical. With Bob, a girl can get kissed and have her ears pierced at the same time. Well, I'd still rather kiss Bob than Jack. I kissed him once and it was awful. What's wrong with kissing Benny? Well, with his eyes and those thick glasses, you feel like you're studying a blue bottle fly under a microscope. You know something, you're right. I'm kind of excited about this day. How do I look? Okay. Are the seams in my stocking straight? This one is. And this one is. But this one isn't. Stop trying to be funny. Now, come on, let's stop arguing. We're supposed to wait in front of the house. Okay, I'm ready. See? We got a real nice day for the picnic. Oh, I gotta go back in. Why? I forgot the opener for the canned beer. Don't bother. With Hope's nose, we won't need one. Oh, look. There they come down the block. Wave to them. I think they see us.
Gee, it was real nice of you to come on this date with me, Bob.
Well, don't worry, Jack. The pleasure's all mine.
Oh, look. Look, there are the girls we have the date with.
Those? Those? Those?
Now, wait a minute. Don't look so disappointed, Bob. I'll admit they're not exactly chickens.
Oh, I don't know. The tall one has feathers growing out of her neck.
Now, look, Bob.
Jack, are you sure we're taking those two on a picnic?
Yes, why?
They look more like something you'd find at a picnic.
Yes, Bob, please act nice. Come on, I'll introduce you. Hello, Mabel. Hello, Gertrude.
Hello, Jack.
I'd like you to meet a friend of mine. This is Bob Hope.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Bob.
Hello, girls.
Late.
Hey, let's rest. I'm getting tired.
Okay. There's a couple of nice places where we can eat our food. Here under this tree or by that little stream.
Well, let's eat here under the tree, fellas. It's safer. What do you mean it's safer, Mabel? Well, in case something starts chasing us, we can climb the tree. What's going to chase us?
Don't look at me.
Come on, let's have some fun. Let's go wading in the stream.
Okay, Jack. Come on, Bob. Come on, Gertrude.
Boy, what slowpokes you are. I'm the first one to get my shoes and socks off.
Hey, Mabel, look. Look what funny feet he has. Only 5 toes.
The water.
Fellas, look at that frog.
Yeah, there he goes.
Look, if you want to catch him, you better...
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Don't just stand there. Pull him out.
Gee, that's a big frog. It used to be a cow.
This is silly. I'm getting out of it. Oh, I'm slipping.
Look out, Jack.
Help, I can't swim. I can't swim. Well, try standing. The water's only 3 inches deep.
Come on, help me. Fill a fire. I'm getting a chill.
Okay, but I haven't got any matches.
I haven't got any. I haven't got any either. How we start the fire?
Why don't you try rubbing your legs together?
Why don't you forget you're a comedian? Everybody else has.
Can you imagine being nice like that doing a benefit? I knew I should have never come over to this network without taking shots. Drink all 3 of your legs.
Look, kids.
That's all I have. Go on.
Look, kids. I have my cigarette lighter here. I'll start the fire. That's better.
Come on, let's see. We can start with sandwiches while the wieners are roasting.
Oh, gee, this beer is good and cold.
You see, Mabel, I told you we didn't need a can opener.
I don't miss Crosby at all tonight.
Pass me one of those sandwiches, please.
Here you are, Jack.
Thanks. Now, let's all enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, we certainly have a beautiful sunny day for our picnic.
That's right. Hey, you know, Jack, it's funny.
What is?
Well, here we are, 2 comedians. Between us, we must have told millions of jokes about how it rains in California when it really doesn't.
Yeah, but our listeners know that it's all in fun.
Sure, anyone who's ever been here knows it never rains in California.
If it did rain, what would be funny about telling all the jokes, huh?
That's the basic humor, the whole thing.
Yeah. I'll have another chicken sandwich, Mabel. So will I.
You know, Jack, we should thank our lucky stars that we live in California.
Yeah, what a country. Well, it's about time we started back. Should we go get in the car?
No, let's wait here till the float's by. We're downhill. Okay, here's the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to tell you about my television show, but we're a little late, so tune in and watch it. Good night, Bob. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike, the cigarette that tastes better.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time for the taste that you like. Light up the Lucky Strike.
Relax. It's light up time.
This is Don Wilson, friends, and I certainly agree. There's no time like right now to light up a Lucky and find out firsthand what real deep-down smoking enjoyment is. I mean the enjoyment that comes from better taste, because a Lucky tastes better every time. And the reasons why are world famous. First of all, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So fine, so light, so mild, it just naturally tastes better. And then something very important happens to Lucky's fine tobacco. It's toasted. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that brings Lucky's naturally good-tasting tobacco to its peak of flavor, tunes it up to make it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So right now, while the show gets underway, or whenever it's light-up time for you, be happy. Go Lucky. Enjoy Lucky Strike, the best-tasting cigarette you ever smoked.
For the taste that you like, light up the Lucky Strike.
Right now.
Light up the Lucky.
It's light up time.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A. Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, once a week the Beverly Hills Beavers have a meeting to discuss matters pertaining to the good and welfare of the club. As we look in on them now, one of their meetings is in progress.
Now, the motion before the House is resolved that the Beavers spend their treasury consisting of $13.72 on a party. Or, instead of a party, we should put the money in the bank and save it. We will first hear arguments in favor of having the party. You, Joey, may have the floor.
I think we should have the party because they're fun. We all had a good time at our last party. Yeah, but at this one, let's not have any girls.
What are you talking about, Jimmy? At the last party, the way you carried on with Kathy.
She did all the carrying on, Harry. I wanted to sit with the rest of you fellows, but Kathy led me into a dark corner where the lights were low.
Gee, what happened?
She ate my ice cream.
Well, I think girls are fun at a party.
I don't know. I agree with Jimmy. The last party, we fellows wanted to go out and play tag, or hide and go seek and brace off. But the girls made us play post office. Oh, boy, was that disgusting.
Look, fellas, let's decide first whether we're going to have the party or save the money. Then we can decide whether we want girls or not.
But if we want the party, what are we going to have to eat?
Oh, the usual things. Popcorn, Cracker Jack, or Henry bars, peanuts, chocolate caramels, popsicles, jelly apples, Dad's old-fashioned root beer, marshmallows, and ice cream.
What do we have for dessert?
Look, fellas, first let's settle where we're going to have the party. Then we'll discuss the details.
We have heard discussion in favor of spending the money in our treasury on a party. Now we will hear from the other side.
Well, I think... I think we ought to put the money in the bank. Fellow beavers, while I'll admit that parties are fun, you've got to be practical and save money. And compared to money, parties are
Inconsequential.
Yes. Inconsequential.
I-N-C-O...
I know how to spell it. Now look, kids, don't get me wrong. I enjoy a good time, too. I was young once myself. I remember when I was a kid, we used to have parties with girls and everything.
Gee, did they have girls in those days?
Now, look, fellas, if you want to have a party, I'll show you I'm a good sport. We can have the party at my house.
Fine. I make a motion that we adjourn. I second the motion.
I'm glad we got the meeting over early so I could walk home. See, the boys were cute today discussing the party. I'll never forget the first party I ever attended when I was a kid. I met a girl there named Betsy, and boy, did I have a crush on her. And after that party, I never saw Betsy again. I understand she was busy making a flag or something. Sometimes I think that they get out of the way of the man riding up on the horse there.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Why, Mr. Kitson! Mr. Kitzel, what are you doing on that horse?
Who decide you occasionally for the exercise?
Well, it seems a pleasant way of working out.
Working out, yes. Pleasant, no?
Why? What do you mean?
Well, when the horse is going down, I'm going up. And when the horse is coming up, I'm coming down. And when we are coming together, it's not exactly inconsequential.
Inconsequential?
I-N-C...
I know how to spell it! Look, Mr. Kitzel, is this your horse?
No, I'm renting him occasionally from a riding academy, but he's a very... Easy, steady, Mendel.
Mr. Kitzel, the horse's name is Mendel?
Only when I'm riding him.
Oh, I see.
Now, like I started to tell you, he's a very smart horse. You know, he's been on television, in movies, everything. Oh, he does many tricks. Just ask him, Mr. Benny, ask him, how much is 2 and 2?
Okay. Tell me, horsey, how much is 2 and 2? See, that's wonderful. He really is a smart horse.
Oh, yeah, he earns about $15,000 a year.
Say, that ain't hay.
To him it is.
Yeah, gee, he's a nice-looking horse. Huh? First time I've ever seen a horse with a mustache. Mr. Kitzel, a horse is an amazing animal. It's so huge and tremendous, and yet the hair from its tail makes a thing as delicate as the bow for my violin.
Daddy boy, he didn't mean you personally. Well, I got to be galloping along.
Okay. It was nice seeing you again, Mr. Kitzel.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hi-ho, Mendel. Away.
See, what a clever horse that was. Who'd ever think that Mel Blanc could count up to 4? Well, I better be getting home.
Is that you, Mr. Benny?
Yes, Rochester. Any mail or phone calls?
Oh, we got a bill from the phone company.
A bill from the phone company?
Yeah, for the month of May.
But this is only April.
It's for 1954.
We paid that in August.
That was 1952.
What happened in 1953?
They took the phone out.
What?
That's the year we used carrier pigeons.
Oh, yeah. But I had to stop that. Everybody in Pershing Square knew my business. Well, I think I'll go in the library and read a while.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mr. Wilson is here to see you.
Don Wilson, where is he?
Asleep in the den.
Asleep? Well, I'll go in and see him. Look at him lying there. The only room I've ever seen with wall-to-wall slab. Yeah, I wonder what he's dreaming about now. Look at that smile on his face.
Oh, Ava. Oh, Marilyn. Oh, Lana.
Oh, the chubby little rascal. Look what he's dreaming about.
You girls are so beautiful, I can't help noticing your hands.
Hands?
Gosh, the way you hold those Lucky Strikes.
Commercial. Can't even dream sustaining? For heaven's sake.
LS. MFT. LS. MFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Gee, listen to that.
And Lucky Strikes are toasted, too.
I've never seen anyone sleep with such a happy-go-lucky smile. You know, Rochester, dreams are funny. Did I tell you about the one I had last night?
No, what was it?
What a dream. You know, I dreamt I was shipwrecked on a desert island.
Huh?
And on this island, there was nothing but girls. Hundreds of the most beautiful girls you've ever seen.
Uh-huh.
What a dream. They formed a circle and danced around me, made me their king. Then night came.
And what happened?
Suddenly a sign flashed on saying, "Please stand by. Our picture has been temporarily interrupted." I don't know. When I dream about cowboys, I always finish them.
Want me to answer the phone, Mr. Benny?
Yes, please, Rochester.
Mr. Benny's residence.
Hello, Rochester. I'd like to speak to Mr. Benny. This is Sammy the drummer.
Just a second. Oh, Mr. Benny, it's for you. It's Sammy the drummer from your orchestra.
Oh, thanks. Hello, Sammy.
Say, Jack, would it be okay if Charlie Bagby missed the band rehearsal tomorrow?
Why, what's the matter with Charlie?
Well, he hasn't recovered from the accident he had on the fishing trip we took to Lake Mead last week.
I didn't know he had an accident. What happened?
He fell off the boat and disappeared under the water.
Disappeared under the water?
Yeah, we couldn't find him. We tried everything. We even baited a hook with a bottle of Old Crow, hoping he'd bite on it.
Oh, that ought to trap Charlie.
It didn't, though. All we caught was Frank Remley.
Wait a minute. Remley didn't fall in the water, too, did he?
He wasn't even on a boat. He swam in from Los Angeles.
I knew he could do it. It's wonderful to see Frankie do the Australian crawl across the Mojave Desert. Well, we'll try to rehearse without Bagby. So long, Sammy.
Goodbye. Oh, by the way, Jack, I want to thank you for lending me that the other night.
Oh, that's all right, Sammy. The next time, don't part it in the middle, you know. So long.
Want me to answer the door?
No, I'll get it. Oh, Mr. Sandman, let me finish my dream. The one on the island, I'll keep it clean.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Come on in. How you feeling, kid?
Fine. I came over to ask you a favor.
A favor?
Yeah, I'm on my way to buy a new suit, and I thought maybe you'd help me pick one out.
Dennis, you're a grown man. Surely you ought to know how to pick out a suit for yourself.
Well, I don't.
You don't? Haven't you ever bought a new suit before?
Not since I worked for you.
Now, wait a minute, Dennis. I pay you a good salary. What do you do with your money?
Oh, I've been saving it for a rain...
What?
In California, that can break you.
Look, Dennis.
Last January, I had to float a loan.
Now, cut that! And stop with those jokes about rain in California. We need rain. If it didn't rain in California, what would happen to the crops?
What are you growing this year?
Right. Now, dry your feet and let me hear the song you're going to do on the show Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Come on, you can accompany yourself on the piano in the dance.
Hey, when did you get that big overstuffed sofa?
That's Don Wilson. Now, go ahead and sing, will you?
When I grow too old to dream, I'll have you to remember. When I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. Oh, kiss me, my sweet, and so let us part. And when I grow too old to dream, that kiss will live in my heart. Oh, kiss me, my sweet, and then let us part. And when I grow too old to dream, your kiss will live in my
Dennis, that was very, very good.
A lot you know about singing.
Oh, be quiet.
I thought it was good, too.
Oh, Don, you're awake. No, Don, I can't understand why you came over to my house to sleep.
Well, Jack, that was really an accident. I came about something else.
Oh, what was it?
Well, I read something in one of the trade papers that might interest you. 20th Century Fox is making a big CinemaScope picture, and they're looking for someone...
A leading man?
No.
A leading man?
No,
a leading
Jack.
man?
Jack, they've
a leading
already
man?
got a leading man.
Oh.
They wanted me, but I didn't have a new suit.
Stop, will you?
Well, here, Jack, I brought the column over with me. You can read it yourself.
Let's see. Production is being held up on one of Fox's epics because the time of the picture is the early 20s, and they are unable to locate a very vital prop, a 1923 Maxwell. Mr. Zanuck will pay handsomely to anyone who can supply such a car. Oh, boy, that's the model I have, a late 1923 Maxwell. Am I in luck?
What are you going to do?
I'm going right over there with my car. Oh, Rochester!
Yes, Mr. Denny?
Get the car. We're going over to 20th Century Fox Studios.
Fox Studios? With pictures I thought we were house to steal.
It's not me they want, it's my car. Come on, let's get going.
Yeah, but what about my suit?
We'll drop you off on the way to the studio. Do you want to come too, Don?
No, I'll just stay here and sleep.
Okay, come on, Dennis. Let's get in the car. Dennis, what kind of a suit do you want to get?
Well, something with two pair of pants. I can wear them both at once like my friend does.
Your friend wears two pairs of pants at once? What's his name?
Mendel. He's a horse.
Oh, yes, I met him this afternoon.
He counts better than I do.
I know. Come on, get in the car. Okay, start the car, Rochester.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if this causes smog or if smog causes this. Try it again, Rochester.
Yes, sir.
I wonder why it won't start.
Oh, it's my fault, Mr. Benny. I forgot to put in the clutch.
Rochester, where are you going?
To get the clutch.
Now, look, stop with the jokes and start the car, will you?
Yes, sir.
There, it's going. Now, turn here, Rochester, and go straight down to Pico.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look at that.
What?
Up in the sky, that blue and gray pigeon with the thing tied to his leg.
No wonder Claudette didn't come to my party last year. Didn't get the invitation. Everybody from Pershing Square was there, but no Claudette.
Gee, boss, the gateman let us drive right into the studio with the car.
Yeah, he said he'd phoned the producer, Mr. Kearns, to tell him we were coming. That must be him over there signaling us to stop. I mean, are you Mr. Kearns?
Oh, yes. Are you the man with the car?
That's right. Here it is.
Oh, wait a minute. This won't do at all. We want a Maxwell. And on this car it says Lincoln.
He was the first owner.
Now, don't be so funny. That's a Lincoln hubcap we found, Mr. Kearns.
Oh, well then why are you using it for a door?
Because it fits. It fits. It's a 1923 Maxwell.
Oh, yes. So it is. So it is. Oh, now, Mr. Benny, let's get down to business. Will $50 be all right?
Only 50? Make it 75 and it's a deal.
Oh, that's a lot of money for renting a car, $75 a day.
A day? I thought you wanted to buy it. I think 50 is a fair price.
Oh, good. Now, I'd like to hear how the motor sounds.
Rochester, start the car again, will you?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. By the way, Mr. Kearns, what are you going to use my car for?
Well, when the picture opens, we see a shot of this car driving down the street and Marilyn Monroe is sitting in it.
Marilyn Monroe? Rochester, the radiator blew its cap. See if you can fix it.
Well, the motor sounds okay. You can turn it off. Now, Mr. Benny, if you'll just sign this paper, we'll consummate the deal.
Okay, but what else are you going to do with my car in the picture?
Well, in the final scene, we're going to run it off a 1,000-foot cliff.
My car? You're going to run my car off a cliff?
Yes. You mean it hasn't already been done?
Certainly not. And I can't agree to a deal like that. This car's been with me so long, it's almost part of me. If this car were run off a cliff, it would be like me being pushed off a cliff.
That's a deal you should discuss with Warner Brothers.
Well, your deal might not be too bad. I think that I might consider...
Jack! Oh, gosh, I've looked all over for you.
Why, Don?
Claudette Colbert got your invitation. She'll be at your party Saturday.
Well, what do you know? The pigeons finally made it. If they get back in time, we'll have squab.
will be back in just a minute, but right now, here's a suggestion for you.
Light up the lucky. It's light up time. Be happy, go lucky. It's light up time. For the taste that you like. Light up the lucky side. Relax. It's light up time.
That's a grand idea for a pleasant Sunday evening at home. Or any time at all when you want to enjoy a really great cigarette. Just lean back and light up a Lucky. Because every Lucky you light is sure to give you better taste. And here's why. First, Luckies are made of fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Light, mild, naturally good-tasting tobacco. And then that tobacco is toasted. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that tones up Lucky's fine tobacco, brings it to its peak of flavor, makes it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So right now, friends, or any time at all when it's light-up time for you, make it a Lucky, the best-tasting cigarette you ever smoked.
Light up the lucky. It's light up time. Be happy, go lucky. It's light up time. For the taste that you like. Light up the lucky side. Right now. Light up the lucky. It's light up time.
Hold still, Mr. Benny.
Look,
Please, Mr. Benny, don't talk till I'm finished taking your temperature and your pulse.
Now, look, Jack, you better not move or you'll disturb the splints.
How was I to know when the car went over the cliff? I'd have to be driving it. Some people won't do for money. I think that's the silliest thing Hello? Oh, now, wait a minute. Well, okay, I'll be there.
Who was that, Jack?
Fox Studios. Tomorrow I do retakes. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks.
Filter smokers, here's the true tobacco taste you've been looking for. Filter Tip Tarleton gives you all the full, rich flavor of Tarleton's famous quality tobacco, and real filtration, too. Filter Tip Tarleton incorporates activated charcoal, renowned for its unusual powers of selective filtration and used far and wide to purify the air we breathe, the water and beverages we drink. Look for the red, white, and blue stripes on the package. They identify Filter Tip Tarleton, the best in filtered smoking.
The Jack Benny program is brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
The Jack Benny Program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to yesterday. It's spring again. And as we take you out to Jack's home in Beverly Hills, we find Rochester up in the attic, busy with the spring cleaning.
Well, I got all the magazines stacked up. Now I'll move this box over and... Hello, what's this? I never saw these before. A bundle of Mr. Benny's old love letters. I wonder if I should... No, I'd be a heel if I read them. But nobody would know I'm a heel but me, and I ain't going to tell anybody. I think I'll open this pink one first. Well, look at this.
My darling Blossom Boy. I've been thinking of you all day. I still thrill to the memory of how you said goodnight to me and crushed me in your powerful arms. Powerful arms? That can't be the boss. I know how excited you must be about having been elected captain of our school football team. But I can't get over your reluctance to talk about it. You're so modest. Modest? That can't be the boss. We sure had fun celebrating your election at the ice cream parlor. And wasn't it lucky I had my purse when you discovered you forgot your money? That's my boy. And another thing.
Now, Rochester, when you finish up here in the attic, Say, what are you doing with those old letters?
I'm putting them away.
Rochester, have you been reading my old love letters?
Oh, no, boss, not me.
Well, then put them away and straighten up this pile of books in the corner.
Okay, Blossom Boy.
Oh, so you have been reading them.
Just one of them, boss. The one that signed Eloise.
Eloise. Oh, yes. Eloise Stanley. Rochester, you should have seen her. Long golden curls, big brown eyes, rosy cheeks, dimples. When she smiled, she was the silliest looking dame you ever saw. Now, come on, let's finish straightening the attic. Put that carton on top of the trunk.
Yes, sir. How about putting the... Boss, what are you looking at?
This old picture album. Most of them were taken when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. Say, who's that man in this picture here? A relative?
No, he was my first violin teacher. May he rest in peace. And oh, look, here's a picture of me taken when I was 2 years old. Look at me lying there in bed, hugging that big teddy bear.
Yeah. Doggone, it's almost as big as the one you sleep with now.
Not quite. And this is my sister, Florence.
Who's that on the other page?
Oh, that's my second violin teacher. May he rest in peace. Oh, look, here's a picture of my graduating class in grammar school.
Gee, they sure are a nice-looking bunch of kids. Wait a minute, boss, I don't see you.
Well, I took the picture. See, I had a little photography business on the side. Now, look, here's a picture of our house in Waukegan.
Sure is a nice place. Who's the man standing out in front?
Oh, he's my third violin teacher.
Is he resting in peace?
I don't know. He ran away and joined the Foreign Legion. And Rochester, here's a picture of... Oh, that must be some of my gang. We're going to rehearse here today.
You want me to come down and take notes?
No, I think there'll be a lot of changes in the script, so I asked my secretary, Jeanette Iman, to come over. See you later. Geez, seeing all those pictures reminds me of the very first violin concert I gave before an audience of thousands of people. May they rest in peace. What memories. Coming. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
What are you giggling about, kid?
Well, this morning I went out in my yard and I caught a gopher.
Why should that make you laugh?
I got him in my shirt and he tickles.
Dennis, you got a gopher inside your shirt?
No, I just said that for a joke. Why didn't you laugh?
A joke?
You got no sense of humor at all.
Look.
No wonder they put your program on Sunday when people are at church.
Oh, close the door and come inside.
Oh, am I on time for rehearsal?
You're the first one here. I asked you to come a little early on purpose. I sent you your new contract, Dennis, last week. Have you signed it?
Well, no, it hasn't come back from the doctor yet.
The doctor?
My mother knows how you like to hide clauses, so she's having it x-rayed.
Oh, your mother. She's never satisfied with anything.
Oh, you're wrong about that, Mr. Benny. She liked the present I gave her this morning for her birthday.
Say, today is her birthday.
Uh-huh. Well, what did you receive on my mother's birthday, Mr. Benny?
Dennis, why should I get presents on your mother's birthday?
Oh, it's in our contract.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't know what to get you for Labor Day.
You'll think of something. Sing the song you're going to do on the show.
Okay.
and I fall asleep counting my blessings. When my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I had none at all, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery, and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're, I think about a nursery, and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your
How'd you like it, Mr. Benny?
Oh, I was fine, Dennis. It'll probably sound even better, you know. Come in. Oh, hello, Miss Simon.
Hello.
Well, summer must be around the corner when my little secretary comes to rehearsal in a bare midriff.
Well, the weather's kind of warm, and this midriff dress is comfortable.
Yeah, but it must be very inconvenient.
What do you mean, inconvenient?
No place to carry a gopher.
Dennis, stop. Now, Miss Simon, you know I'm not a very strict boss, and I don't care how you dress when you're not working. But I do think those bare midriffs are a little immodest.
Immodest, but everybody out here wears them.
Not my girlfriend, Gladys. She's too modest to wear them.
Well, she's not modest. She just doesn't want to show her tattooing.
Dennis.
She has more pictures on her than Channel 2.
Now, be quiet. One little battleship and everybody makes a big thing out of it. Anyway, Miss Simon, Excuse me. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Mr.
Hello, Mr. Kitzel. Hey, what can I do for you?
Nothing at all. I just called up to tell you how much I enjoyed your radio program last week.
Well, I'm glad you listened to it.
I didn't listen. I was there at the show.
Oh, that's nice. Where'd you get the tickets?
What tickets? I was nonchalantly walking down the street when all of a sudden somebody threw a sack over me, gave me a bump on the head, and the next thing I knew, somebody is whispering in my ear, "Welcome to CBS."
That's the way we get them in. Oh, I see.
And you know, when the program was over, I went back to see you, but you was already gone.
By the way, Mr. Kitzel, I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, this is because I now have a job as an extra in pictures. I already worked in 6 westerns.
In Western pictures?
Yeah, they went that way. And smile when you say that, partner.
Say, you're pretty good.
Oh, you should see me on a horse.
Oh, can you ride?
The best. When I'm on a horse, I'm looking like Hopalong.
Cassidy?
Who, me?
I thought that... Oh, excuse me, Mr. Kitzel. I better hang up. There's someone at the door.
You're excused. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, hi, Jack. I'm not late for rehearsal, am I?
No, come on in, Don. I'm glad you brought the sportsman with you. Hi, fellas. Say, come on in, everybody. Say, Don, how come you're dressed that way?
Oh, I just came from the golf course, Jack. I played 18 holes this morning.
I didn't know you played golf.
Yeah, I just took up the game. I take lessons twice a week now.
Oh, that's not... How are you playing?
Oh, pretty good. But I'm having a lot of trouble with my tee shots.
Well, Don, hitting off the tee is one of the easiest shots in golf. You just remember one thing. Keep your eye on the ball.
That's my trouble. I know it's down there, but I'm not sure where.
Well, with you, that could be a problem. What course did you play today?
Oh, I was out at your club, Jack, Hillcrest, and I was doing all right until I came to that fourth green, you know, the one that's down in a gully.
Wait a minute, Don. The fourth green isn't in a gully. It's on top of a hill.
Not anymore.
Look, Don, if you...
Come on, let's get this rehearsal over with. My gopher's getting hungry.
Dennis, you said it was a joke. Now leave it alone.
I think we ought to get started. It's getting late, Jack.
Jack? Miss Iman, you called me Jack.
What do you want me to call you, Blue Eyes?
Not during business hours. That's for night. Or drive-in movies. Now, come on, let's all go in the den and rehearse. Huh?
Boss, you can't rehearse. The scripts haven't arrived from the studio yet.
That's funny. They always send them to my house so we can... Hey, that must be the scripts now. Come in.
Hello, everybody. Long time no see.
Well, Steve. Hey, kid, this is my publicity man, Steve Bradley. Steve, what brings you around? What's up?
Benny, I'm worried. You're slipping, Dad. We got to do something about your publicity.
Publicity? Well, that's your department.
I know, and I've been working like crazy to get a good stunt to land you on the front pages. Benny, I want you to be as well known as Smog.
Smog? What's good about smog?
It's in the public eye. Oh, Benny, I'm thinking every minute.
No, bro. Look, Steve, can't you wait?
Can't wait. No time to lose. I thought this was so urgent that when I couldn't reach you by telephone, I sent a message by carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon? Oh, that must have been the pigeon that landed on my windowsill.
Yeah. Didn't you see the message tied to its ankle?
Message? Rochester!
Don't look at me. You ate the legs.
See, I thought the paper on that leg was a pandy.
Now, Benny, I've been giving this serious thought. We've got to come up with something for you. Something unusual. Some sort of a stunt.
Now, wait a minute, Steve. Wait a minute. I don't want any more of your stunts.
Wait a minute, Benny. Wait a minute. Hold it.
What?
Why didn't I think of this before? What an idea.
All right, what is it?
Baseball.
Huh?
Look, some years ago, Bob Hope bought himself the Cleveland Indians. Bing Crosby bought the Pittsburgh Pirates. And today, who is everybody talking about?
George Goebel.
What?
And there you are.
Oh, be quiet. Now, Steve, what are you getting at?
Benny, you've got to have a baseball team.
Well, look, Steve, I like the idea, but a baseball team is liable to run into a lot of money.
Leave it to me, Benny. I'll find you a team that won't cost you much dough.
Well, good.
I'll get you a team that's unknown, but with a proper training, in a year or two, you can sell them to somebody else and clear yourself a net profit of $1 million.
All right, Steve. It sounds like a great idea. Go out and get me a baseball team.
Leave it to me, Benny. So long, everybody.
You know, kids, I think this baseball idea is going to work out great. It'll give me a lot of publicity.
You're right, Jack. After all, baseball's the national sport. Everybody loves it.
Don's right, Mr. Benny. You know, yesterday a bunch of my friends came over to my house and asked me to play baseball.
Oh, did you play?
Sure, but every time I hit the ball, I broke a window.
What?
I broke 7 windows.
Well, kid, maybe when you went outside, you played too close to the house.
Oh, outside!
Look, Dennis, why can't you...
Jack, look, I haven't been home yet from the golf course, so let's get on with the rehearsal, will you?
John, we can't. The scripts aren't here yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, why don't you call up CBS and see what's wrong?
All right, I will. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. I know a way to save 80 cents. I'll drill a hole and I'll look through the fence. Dum-dum-dee-dum-da-dee-dum.
Oh, Mabel. What is it, Gertrude? Your outside line is flashing. You get it, will you? Okay. Columbia Broadcasting System. Oh, hello. What? Just a minute, I'll connect you. Mabel, it's Mr. Benny. I wonder what Blossom Boy wants now. He wants me to connect him with the mimeograph department because they haven't delivered his script yet. Script? Well, how do you like that? And he palms himself off as an ad-lib comedian. Yeah. He couldn't ad-lib a click if he had false teeth. Ain't it the truth? I don't care if he can ad-lib or not. I think he's cute. Now, why should you think he's cute? He's gone out with me more times than he has with you. He has not. He has to. Oh, Mabel, let's not argue. When we look like we do, we should be happy we got each other. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm expecting Mr. Benny to pop the question any day now. Pop the question? Why, Mabel, how do you know what happened? What did he say? He didn't say anything. He just kissed me, and I felt so silly. Why? When he kisses me with those thick glasses on, I feel like I'm window shopping. Yeah, I know just what you mean. You do? Yeah. One time when he was kissing me, I saw my reflection in his glasses, and I thought my mother was watching us.
Operator, I want the mimeograph department. What? Well, when you get them, tell them to send the scripts out to my house. Goodbye. There's nothing to do but wait, I guess. We won't be able to rehearse now.
Hold everything, Benny, I'm back.
Steve.
Yeah, Benny, you wanted the baseball team, and Bradley didn't let you down.
Hey, that's swell.
Now, just sign this contract, and the team is yours for $1,000.
Good. There you are. Now, what's the name of the team?
The BBBs.
BBBs? What's that?
Benny's Buxom Bloomer Girls.
Bloomer Girls?
Certainly, Benny, I can see it now. All over the sporting page. Pictures of Bob Hope and his Indians, Bing Crosby and his Pirates, Jack Benny and his Bloomers.
Well, Steve, you can't do this to me.
Benny, see outfield.
Steve! How do you like that? A girls' team. I got a mind to...
Oh, Mr. Benny.
What?
Your slip is showing.
Imagine a girls' baseball team.
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first, another holiday weekend is drawing to a close, and here at CBS Radio, we'd like to remind you that according to an old adage, there's a certain one-way road paved with good intentions, and so is the road to the hospital. After all, it's hard to find anyone who deliberately sets out to have a highway accident. But they happen far too often. Many times, it's the driver's good intentions that can get him into trouble. If he assumes everyone else on the road is as careful and considerate as he may relax his caution. If he assumes that he can handle a car with the best, he may be overconfident and try to squeeze through just once too often. Traffic research shows that most of the people involved in accidents know all the rules of safe driving. Don't be so confident that you forget them. Tonight, as you drive homeward, remember that it's better to take it easy and play it safe. It's better to be Mr. Smith getting home late than the late Mr. Smith.
Good night, everybody.
The Jack Benny Show tonight was written by Milt Josephsberg, John Tackerberry, Hal Goldman, Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. Now, here's the host of CBS Radio's great Sunday musical program, The Woolworth Hour, Donald Woods.
Thanks, and hello, everyone. We have 60 minutes every Sunday to bring you the best in music, but many CBS radio shows have to make do with much less time. Marvels of compression are accomplished every day, especially on the quarter-hour programs. Take Wendy Warren and the news, for example. First, every Monday through Friday, you hear a concise wrap-up of CBS News by Douglas Edwards. Recently,
the heart of America still is plagued by tornadoes. In the past 24 hours, twisters have hit sections of Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma.
Then, Wendy Warren brings you news reports from the woman's world.
You ladies might like to know that we've heard of a new wrinkle in beauty treatments. No pun intended.
And in that same snug quarter-hour package, you get the warm, intensely interesting story of Wendy Warren herself.
The grass fire be fought with every weapon at hand, lest it reach the fringes of the forest and become a holocaust beyond human control. Yes?
You feeling a mite feverish, sweetie? What's beyond human control?
I'm just finishing a think piece, and that's the closing phrase. Where are you?
Well, that's a foolish question. In my office, 10 yards north by northeast from yours.
Wendy Warren, working newspaper woman, with the emphasis on woman. She and Don Smith had set a date for their wedding, but now Don's ex-wife and his 18-year-old son, Lee, have turned up in New York. Don feels he must first meet his obligations toward the boy, who's being influenced by a woman named Grace Kleberger.
Do you ever have a feeling of, insecurity?
What are you driving at?
You never had a real home. A growing boy needs a father and a mother, and a wife needs a man to fend for her.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
He's your father. Nothing can change that. They were man and wife, those kids, and it wasn't their fault they got split apart. Why couldn't they come back together again? Wouldn't that be an example of the mysterious workings of fate?
I think you see too many movies, Grace.
Yeah, that's what your mother said at first. But she doesn't say it anymore. You notice how she changed her tune about going back to L.A.? Your father and Miss Warren aren't married yet, and all kinds of things could happen, especially if we push them in the right direction. You, Sonny, and your mother, and even me.
Maybe a busybody like Grace Kleberger can upset Don and Wendy's plans, but it won't happen if Wendy can help it.
This isn't easy for me to say, darling. Strangely enough, I'm a bit embarrassed. Just not used to proposing marriage to the man of my choice, I guess. But that's what I'm doing right now. Even if Lee's future isn't settled, I want us to be married as quickly as possible.
I want that, too. More than anything.
But
I don't know how to say it. My life was one thing when you first accepted me. Suddenly it changed.
Was my place in your life made any the less?
Oh, you know that isn't possible.
Oh, well, then please, darling, from now on, let me have the right to make your problems mine, so that we face them mutually and lighten them and find our way together. Because that's what marriage means, isn't it, my darling?
That's Wendy Warren and the News, a unique program package including the latest news, special news from the woman's world, and Wendy Warren's own story. 15 fast-moving minutes every Monday through Friday on CBS Radio. This is Donald Woods, and I hope you'll make Wendy Warren and the News part of your regular daytime listening at the Star's address. I hope, too, that you'll be listening next Sunday when I'll be back on CBS Radio with our Woolworth Hour guests, Edie Adams, Victor Moon, Hildegard, and the Hi-Lows.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson. Friends, think back for just a minute to that last cigarette you smoked. Wasn't the taste of that cigarette the thing you really enjoyed? Of course it was. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And many millions of smokers will tell you that Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. One reason is fine tobacco. You know, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Tobacco that is light, naturally mild, good tasting. And another, Luckies are made better. Made to draw freely. Made to smoke evenly. Made to give you what you want from your cigarette. Better taste. So for all the real deep down smoking enjoyment you want, ask for the cigarette that definitely does taste better. Lucky Strike. Get a carton and be happy. Go Lucky.
Be happy, go lucky, get better taste today.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, and NSA Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, every spring, as soon as the warm weather starts in California, Jack Benny and his gang take a day off and go out to the beach. As we look in on Jack's home, he and Rochester are preparing for this annual picnic.
Rochester, have you got everything?
I think so, boss.
Towels, bathing caps, suntan oil?
Uh-huh.
Did you pack enough lunch?
I put in some sandwiches, potato salad, pickles, celery, olives, and 60 hard-boiled eggs.
60? How come we've got so many hard-boiled eggs?
Don't you remember you were faster than any of the kids on Easter morning?
Oh, yes. I guess I was pretty lucky. Now, Rochester, I wonder if we should fill the thermos bottle with orangeade or lemonade.
I'd suggest lemonade. That'll mix with anything.
Look, we're just going to have soft drinks. If I take a long soft drink, it's not going to be used as a mixer.
It's not?
No.
Okay, but when the musicians find out it's just plain lemonade, you're going to have another riot in cell block 11.
You needn't worry about that, Rochester. The musicians aren't coming this time. There'll be just my gang and the kids from the Beverly Hills Beavers Club.
Boss, you've been running that Beavers Club a long time, haven't you?
Yes, sir. The club remains the same, but the kids come and go.
Mr. Banks, do you ever hear from any of the original members?
Yep. One of them's Vice President Nixon now. If I'm ever in Washington, I must look him up. He left owing 15 cents in dues. Now, Rochester, I want to take along my swim fins and diving mask so I can practice spear fishing. Maybe you'd like to try it out this afternoon.
No, thanks. I don't want to go down there. I might run into a shark or an octopus.
You mean if you had your knife and your spear, you'd still be afraid of an octopus?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Boss, there's something romantic about having two arms around you. But the mood changes as the number increases.
Look, Rochester, there's nothing to be afraid of. An octopus always gives warning by putting out an ink-like fluid.
Yeah, but it would just be my luck to run into one of those paper-made kind that's leak-proof.
Now, that's silly.
Silly or not, I don't want anything to do with any octopuses.
All right, Rochester, but for your information, the plural of octopus is not octopuses. It's octopi.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't be afraid of them. They're completely dumb, unintelligent creatures.
Uh-huh.
They have no reasoning powers at all. They operate completely on instinct.
Uh-huh.
Believe me, Rochester, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
You sold me, boss, but who's going to sell the octopi?
You ever have octopi a la mode? Silliest thing I ever thought of. I just thought of it. Look, Rochester, forget it. You finish the packing. I'm going to call Bob Crosby and see if he's ready to go to the picnic. I don't know why I bothered to tell Rochester that the plural of octopus is octopi. He isn't going to hang around for more than one anyway. I don't know why he's so...
Hello.
Hello, Bob? Oh, Bob, this is Jack. What time do you want to leave?
Well, it's 11 now. I'd like to get going before noon.
Okay, then you pick me up. So long.
Bye.
Who was it, Bob?
Oh, that was Jack. He wanted to know if we were ready.
Well, I've got everything packed.
Good. And, June, I think I'll take along an extra pair of swimming trunks for Jack. You know, I don't want him to embarrass everybody like he did in Palm Springs.
Well, Bob, that wasn't altogether Jack's fault. Don't you remember? He forgot his and had to borrow one.
Well, all right, so he borrowed a suit from Mary, but did he have to wear the top?
Yeah. Didn't he look silly?
And not only that, honey, but you should have heard him trying to explain his tan to the boys in the steam room.
Bob, who's going to the beach?
Oh, Jack's taking the Beavers and the whole gang.
Oh, is Dennis Day coming again?
Yeah. Oh, you're not still mad at him from last year, are you?
Certainly I am. What a stupid kid.
Yeah, but Junie,
Imagine him coming up to me and saying, the last one in the water is a rotten egg. I was in over my head before I realized I still had my clothes on. It was awful.
Oh, Dennis is always pulling that trick. Well, if I'm going to pick Jack up in my car, I better call Don Wilson and ask him to pick Dennis up.
Oh, Donald, Bob Crosby just called. You're supposed to pick up Dennis.
Okay, I'll be out in a second, Lois. I'm trying on my new bathing suit.
Well, hurry, dear. I've got the lunch pack, the towels, and everything else.
Well, here I am. How do I look?
Oh, they look fine. Turn around.
Okay. These are Catalina swim trunks.
I know. From the back, you look like Avalon. You know, really, dear, you should go on a diet.
Oh, but, Lois, you know I've tried everything to lose weight. I even went to that psychiatrist last week. He gave me every kind of test. Then he said my tendency toward obesity was caused by my psychosomatic obsessions, which might be terminated by prefrontal lobotomy, provided my alter ego repressed my subconscious foreseen tendency.
My goodness. What does that mean?
I eat like a pig.
Well, you do overeat, Don. And not only is it making you heavy, but it's wearing out your teeth. Anyway, dear, you really ought to do something. Well, now, who can that be?
Probably the Sportsman Quartet. They're going to ride to the beach with us. Hi, fellas. You all ready to go to the beach?
By the sea, by the sea, by the beautiful sea, you and I, oh, how happy we'll be. When each wave comes a-rolling in, we will dark or swim, and we'll float and fool around the water, over and under and then up for air. With a small dab of blue, Benny won't lose his hair. We love to be beside your side, beside the sea, beside the seaside, by the beautiful sea. Beautiful beach, that's where we want to be, with the Nell and the Ness, LSMFFT.
Round and firm and so fully packed, yes sir, it's a fact
that a Lucky Strike is better tasting. Light up a Lucky, then pop and compare. See how well it is made, and we know you'll declare.
I have the smoke, I like a better tasting Lucky Strike.
Beside me, by the beautiful sea, beside the seaside, by the beautiful sea.
Rochester, carry all the stuff out in front of the house so we'll be ready as soon as Bob Crosby comes by.
Okay. By the way, Mr. Benny, you know you said I could have tonight off. And I'd like to go to the movies.
That's right. What about her?
Well, yesterday was payday and you forgot to pay me.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry about that, Rochester. I'll write you out a check right now. You think they can cash it at the movie?
Boss, they can cash my check at the popcorn stand.
Never mind. Now, let's get this stuff out in front of the house, and I'll help you. All of it. That's it. Now, let's pile it all up here by the curb. Do we have everything, Rochester?
Let's see what's here. The thermos jug, lunch basket, plates, towels, extra bathing suits.
Then we got the bathing cap, the swim fin, surfboard, beach umbrella.
Portable stove, coffee pot, and beach chairs.
Yeah. It makes quite a pile here on the sidewalk.
Mr. Benny, they're evicting you.
Why, Mr. Kitzel. No, Mr. Kitzel, I'm not being evicted. We're just preparing to go to the beach.
Ooh, that sounds pleasant.
Yeah, why don't you join us?
Oh, this I'd love to do, but I'm on my way to the baseball game, and I'd rather watch a baseball game than anything else.
Oh, I didn't know you were a baseball fan.
A fan? I used to play professionally.
No kidding. What position did you play?
Pitcher. I was known as Christy Kitzel.
Well, so you were a baseball pitcher.
You know, I'm surprised you never heard of me. In my last game, I established a record. I pitched a no-hitter.
A no-hitter?
Yes.
Gosh, that's wonderful. What was the score?
26-0. We lost.
You lost, but Mr. Kitson, you said you pitched a no-hitter.
I did, but who did I walk them?
Then I suppose you gave up the idea of being a pitcher.
Definitely did. I became an outfielder.
A good one, I hope. Huh?
Pretty good. As a matter of fact, Mr. Benny, many years ago, Joe DiMaggio and I tried out for the same position with the Yankees.
Oh, it's a shame Joe DiMaggio beat you out.
Yes, you should see what I married.
By the way, Mr. Kitzel, you mentioned your wife so many times, and yet you've never told me her name. What is your wife's name?
Marilyn, but there the resemblance ends.
You know, Mr. Kitzel, you're always talking about your wife being homely.
Yeah.
If your wife is so homely, why did you marry her?
Who am I, Robert Taylor?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Well, I got to dash along to the baseball game. I don't want to be late. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye, Mr. Kitzel. Goodbye. Gee, I'm sorry he couldn't come to the beach with us.
Yeah, he's always a lot of fun. Say, Mr. Benny, who are the kids from the Beavers going to the beach with?
Well, they're going to meet over at Dennis's house, and Don Wilson is picking them all up. Gee, I hope the kids won't be late.
Fellas, let's hurry. Yeah, I don't want to be late on my first outing with the Beavers. Don't worry, Tiger, we won't. Gosh, it was awful nice of Mr. Benny to plan this day at the beach for us. Yeah, we're lucky kids, having a great man like Mr. Benny coaches. He's a champion at everything. Maybe today at the beach will teach me to swim. Is Mr. Benny a good swimmer? He's the best swimmer in the whole world. He told us he even swam the English Channel. So what? Lots of people that swam the English Channel. Underwater? Did Mr. Benny tell you that? Sure, he's told us lots of things. Like during his college days when he was at Yale. He defeated the entire Harvard swimming team all by himself. Gee, if he was that good when he was young, Why didn't he get on our Olympic team? I don't know. I guess they just didn't have Olympics in those days. I can't believe that Mr. Benny is such a fast swimmer. Remember, we saw him swimming in his pool the other day, and he looked awful slow. Well, it's hard to swim with all your clothes on. Why was Mr. Benny in the pool with his clothes on? Dennis Day came over to him and yelled, "Last William's a rotten egg!" You know, I told my father about Mr. Benny teaching Johnny Weissmuller to swim, and Dad said he probably also taught him the talking mill. Why? Did your father ever hear Mr. Benny scream like that? Oh, sure, lots of times. What does your father do? Oh, he works for the income tax department. You know, my parents weren't going to let me go today until I told them we had a grown-up going with us. Yeah, and they don't have to worry. Mr. Benny takes real good care of us when we go to the beach. He sees that we behave and that we don't play too rough, and that we never eat anything that might make us sick. Yeah. Only today I kind of wish he'd let me take a chance and buy a Frankfurter at one of the stands. Me too. I'm tired of those peanut butter sandwiches he always brings. And they cost more than hot dogs, too. Yeah. Say we better walk a little faster. We don't want to be late getting to Dennis Day's house.
Dennis, I've got the lunch all ready for you.
Well, thank you, Mother.
Now, have you got everything else?
Yes, Mother, my swimming trunks, towel, and my beach umbrella.
Good. Remember what I told you. I want you to sit in the shade of the umbrella all the time.
Must I, Mother?
Yes, Dennis. Enough people are saying you've been out in the sun too long already. And that reminds me. Do you have enough suntan oil?
Oh, yes, I've got a whole bottle.
Good. And this time, remember, rub it on. Don't drink it.
Okay. Gee, Mother, I do wish you were coming to the beach with us.
I do, too. Mainly out of curiosity. You know, I've never seen Benny in a bathing suit. He must be awfully thin.
Yeah, when he puts on a bathing cap, he looks like a plumber's friend. Well, I'm ready to go now. You know, Mother, I remember once you and Dad took me to the beach when I was a little boy.
Remember the fun we had?
Uh-huh. And remember the games we played?
Yes. Remember how we buried you in the sand?
Yeah, and the next day the cop made you come back and dig me up again.
Yes. That's how the expression first started.
Oh? What expression?
Dig that crazy kid. Look, Dennis. You still have some time before Don Wilson gets here. Why don't you sing a song for me?
All right, Mother. I'll do the one I'm going to do on Mr. Benny's show next Sunday.
Vito mare quando è bello, spira quando tendimente, con il cuore che pienamente, cascedato fai suonare. Guarda qua chi sul giardino, siente si ste sciure arance, nu profuma così fino, sinto cuore se ne va. E tu dici parta Dio, allontana la stu cuore, e la terra dell'amore, viene cuore non torna, ma non me la fa tormento, ora sorrento, a me com'va, se tu dici parta Dio, allontana da stu cuore, della terra dell'amore, tiene cuore non torna, ma non me la sa, non darmi più tormento, ora no sorrento, a me com'va.
All right, gang. All right, kids. All right, everybody. Another 5 minutes in the water, and then we'll all have to come out.
Yeah, we ought to build a fire before it gets too dark.
Hey, what a clear day. You can see all the way up to Catalina. There's Avalon.
That's Don Wilson. Don, don't float out too far.
I won't. Gee, Mr. Benny, this picnic is real fun. Only you should have invited more girls.
Well, who, for instance?
Well, the 2 CBS telephone operators.
Gee, I didn't think of them. No, they came along last year. They're real fun, too. Especially that Mabel Flapsaddle.
Yeah, every time you threw that stick in the water, she'd bring it back in her teeth.
Yeah, and the money she'd save on towels, she'd always shake herself dry. All right, now. Come on, everybody. Out of the water. Out of the water, everybody.
Oh, boy, let's start a fire. Let's start a fire. I'm hungry.
I brought a ball and bat. Why don't we play some baseball first to dry off?
Hey, that's a good idea. Now, the Beavers and I will play baseball. I'll play against the rest of you guys.
Okay, we'll be up first. Junie, you be the umpire.
Okay, Bob.
All right. All right, Beavers. Get out in the field. I'll pitch.
I'll bat first. I'm ready, Jack.
Come on, Mr. Benny. Put it right over the plate.
Okay. Here goes.
Ball 1. Come on, Mr. Benny. Put it right over the plate.
Ball 2.
Mr. Benny, put it right over the plate.
Okay.
Ball 3.
Mr. Benny, this time see if you can reach the plate.
Don't worry, Harry. I'm just warming up. Here goes. I've got it. I've got it. Ooh. Ooh, now I bet I'll have a black eye.
Wait till I tell my mom about this. It'll make her Mother's Day perfect.
Oh, don't be so smart. And that's enough baseball for now. Let's all get dressed, and then we'll start the fire. Okay, everybody bring all that driftwood here and pile it in the center. Now, I'll start the fire. I got the matches.
Hey, but Jack, we just got wood, no paper to start it with.
That's right. Look around for some paper, kids.
Hey, we can start it with this. I just found some dry seaweed.
Dennis, give me that. It slipped off my head. Now go find some paper.
I found a bunch, Mr. Benny. Here you are.
Oh, thanks, Harry. Now put the wood over it. Now light it. Boy, the fire will be going in just a few minutes, so get your marshmallows ready.
Hey, wait a minute, fellas. Who's this man coming toward us?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Well, what's going on here? Are you fellas having a picnic?
Yes.
That ain't much of a fire you got there. You'll never cook anything on that.
Look, mister.
You're supposed to cross the sticks when you build a fire and leave room for the air under there.
Look, don't tell me how to build a fire. I used to be a Boy Scout.
With that seaweed on your head, you look like Father Neptune.
Look, fella, this is a private party.
Mr. Benny, I can get rid of him.
Dennis, keep out of this. Now, mister, why don't you go away and leave us alone?
What's the matter? It's a free beach. I can go wherever I want to.
Mr. Benny, I'm sure I can get rid of him.
Well, all right, Dennis. Go ahead and try.
Okay.
Last one in is a rotten egg.
Put more wood on the fire. I gotta dry my clothes.
Ladies and gentlemen, 90% of all forest fires each year are man-caused. A campfire that is almost out, a lighted match or cigarette that is tossed away, could burst into hungry flames and destroy millions of acres of vitally needed timberland. So when you're in the country, be absolutely sure you put out every fire, every match, every cigarette completely out. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a minute, but first, here's a word from America's poet laureate, Ogden Nash.
Somebody once went through my poems and made a list of the things I dislike. It's a pretty long list, too. However, on the list of things I like, they said he likes good eating. Of course I like good eating. I like good anything, good fun, good smoking. Naturally, I smoke Luckies. To put it poetically, I hope I'm not a crank, but I've got one foible. I don't enjoy anything unless it's enjoyable. I'm pernickety about what I like, and for 30 years, I've smoked Lucky Strike.
Thanks, Ogden Nash. There's more truth to that than poetry. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste, and the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better, cleaner, fresher, smoother, for two good reasons. First, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And fine tobacco means better taste. Second, Luckies are made better, to draw freely and smoke evenly. That, too, means better taste for you. So, be happy. Go Lucky.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another program. And we'll be... Oh, there's the phone. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hello, Mary. Oh, you heard from your mother? Oh, she got the flowers I wired her yesterday for Mother's Day. Good. Was she surprised when the Western Union boy brought them to the door? Oh, she's the Western Union boy. Well, I'm glad she got them. Goodbye, Mary. A happy Mother's Day, everybody.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Al Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
Stay tuned for Amos and Andy over the CBS radio network. KNX, AM, and FM Los Angeles.
Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn the clock back to Wednesday and go out to Jack Benny's house in Beverly Hills. It's morning, and at the moment, Rochester is busy cleaning the deck.
Oh, it's a long, long time from June to September. But when you haven't been paid, there's much to remember. I better empty the bag. Mr. Benny's residence, star of stage, screen, radio, television, and mambo lessons from 6 to 8.
You can skip the commercial, Rochester. This is Susie.
Oh, Susie. How are you, honey?
Don't honey me. I haven't heard from you all week.
All week? I called you the night before last.
You did?
Yeah, you weren't home and I talked to your mother.
That's funny. I wonder why she didn't tell me you called.
Maybe she didn't recognize my voice.
Oh, Rochester, come now.
Tell the truth, honey, I meant to call, but I forgot.
It doesn't matter, Rochester, because we're going to have to stop seeing each other anyway. The way we're going, we'll never get married.
Well, Susie, I know it's discouraging, but I promise we'll get married just as soon as Mr. Benny gives me a raise.
I wouldn't wait that long for Sugar Ray Robinson.
But, Susie...
You should have had a raise years ago.
I know, but there's always something that takes priority. Like this week, Mr. Benny's having the living room decorated.
You mean he actually went out and hired a painter?
Yeah, Mr. Benny's in the living room with him right now.
Now, paint that corner. Now, get the ceiling above it. Now, get the wall. Get the wall.
Yeah,
get the wall.
yeah,
get
yeah,
the wall.
yeah, the wall.
Now, get the top of the windowsill. The top of the windowsill.
All right, the sill.
A little more on the top. Good. Now, get the other windowsill. The other one.
I'm getting it. Boy, oh, boy, this is the last time I ever take a job by the hour. Get the wall, get the corner. Not a sill. It's bad enough that you talked me into working for half of what I'm supposed to charge. But I can't stand being hounded like this.
Who's hounding you? You mean to tell me you've never had customers that took an interest and made suggestions?
Yeah, but you're the first one that ever stayed up here on a ladder with me.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, you keep working. I'll let you alone for a while.
Okay, but would you do me a favor?
What?
This time when you leave, don't put on those fast records.
Well, I just wanted to entertain you.
Entertain me? During the flight of the Bumblebee, I finished 2 walls.
All right. Smart Alec. He better watch his step or I'll report him to the union for working below scale. I wonder why I always get... Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is your little old piano player, Charlie Bagby.
Well, Charlie, how are you?
That's what I called about. I don't think I'll be able to make the show Sunday. I caught a cold.
A cold, eh? Yeah, it's too bad. What are you taking for it, Charlie?
Oh, the usual thing.
Well, how do you feel?
Fine. I can hardly walk.
Wait a minute, Charlie. Have you been drinking?
Well, it's not my fault. The doctor told me to take 2 fingers of cognac.
Well?
I drank 3 whole bottles. And it hasn't gone to my fingers yet.
Now, Charlie, don't try to tell me that you're just following the doctor's orders.
Oh, yes, I am.
Now, wait a minute. Look, Charlie, there isn't a doctor in town who'll tell you to drink liquor for a cold.
I know. I had to go all the way to Pismo Beach before I found this one.
I thought so. You know, Charlie, some of these
Gotta hang
days...
up. Now it's time for my medicine.
Goodbye. He's so happy when he's sick. Gee, I'm glad he only has a cold. I'll never forget that month he staggered through pneumonia. When they finally put him in an oxygen tent, it exploded. But he's a pretty... Now, there's the dog. Papa loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. Da-da-dee-deem-da-dum, dee-da-da-deem-da-dum.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Rochester, bring me an aspirin.
What's the matter? You got a headache?
Hello, Rochester.
Oh. I'll get you one, boss.
Come on in, Dennis, and close the door. Now, what's on your mind, kid?
Oh, I just came over to bring you a piece of my birthday cake.
Birthday cake? Well, that was very thoughtful of you, Dennis.
I saved it from my party. Here.
Oh, gee. Green icing. Tastes good, too. I never ate green icing before. So your birthday is today, huh?
No, 6 months ago.
Dennis, you mean this cake is 6 months old?
It was chocolate when I bought it.
Dennis, why in the world would you bring me a cake 6 months old and all covered with mold?
Well, that's the stuff they make penicillin out of.
For what?
You need all the help you can get.
Cut that out! Now, Dennis.
Boss, here's your aspirin.
I don't need it. The penicillin cured me. Rochester, take this cake, stick a label on it, and put it in the medicine cabinet.
What?
Never mind. Come in.
Well, hello, Jack.
Oh, Don, come on in. Don, there's no rehearsal today. What are you doing around here?
Oh, I just dropped by to return this garden hose I borrowed from you last week.
My garden hose? Oh, you won't be needing it?
Not anymore. I found a belt my size.
Well, Don, there was no rush. You could have worn the hose a while longer.
I know, but it tickles when you turn the water off.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Here's today's mail, boss.
Oh, thanks, Rochester.
Say, Jack, isn't that paint I smell?
Yeah, I'm having the living room redecorated. You'll never recognize it.
Oh, really? What color's it going to be?
Well, the ceiling will be sort of an off-white, you see, and 3 of the walls are going to be beige.
Uh-huh. And what are you doing with the 4th wall?
Nothing. That's one we saved for advertising.
Rochester.
Remember the year Madman Munch took the ceiling?
Rochester, stop being funny. If you'll excuse me a second, Don, I just want to glance through my mail.
Go ahead, Jack.
See what I got here. The bill, another bill, the circular. Another threatening letter from Arthur Murray. Well, he can teach his way, I'll teach mine. Hey, what's this? A letter from Waukegan. Well, I'll be darned. Hey, fellas. Here's a letter from a pal I haven't seen in 20 years, Stub Wilbur. He was a classmate of mine in high school.
No kidding, Jack.
Yeah. And he's coming out here for a visit. Let's see. Arriving on the Super Chief at Union Station, 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday the... Hey, that's today. I better get down there.
I'll go with you, Jack.
Me too.
Good, I'll just grab a jacket and we'll go down to the station and meet my friend Stub.
Gee, with that freeway, we sure made good time getting here.
Yeah. Come on, let's go in the station.
Train now leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga.
I guess we better go to the south end of the depot to meet the incoming passengers.
Yeah, but I better check at the information desk and see if Stubbs' train's on time, huh?
Hiya, bud.
Huh?
Long time no see.
Oh, yeah. Come on, fellas.
Jack, isn't that the racetrack tout?
Yeah, I'm always bumping into that tout. Look, why don't you and Dennis just browse around while I get the information, huh?
Okay.
Now, let's see, where's the information booth here?
Correction, please. There will be no trip to Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga as previously announced. That train has just been rented to the Fairfax Kiddie Park.
So crowded here. Excuse me. Pardon me. I wonder if I...
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Why, Mr. Kitzel! Mr. Kitzel, what are you doing here at the station?
I'm taking a trip to New York.
Well, all the way to New York, huh?
Yes, and I can see my wife's face now. Boy, will she be surprised.
Oh, she doesn't know you're coming.
She doesn't know I'm going.
Mr. Kitzel, don't tell me you had an argument with your wife.
Well, it isn't my wife, Mr. Benny. It's our relative.
Your relatives, eh?
Yeah.
Why, are a lot of them living there with you?
You think the station is crowded? At the last count, 36 relatives came to live with us.
36 relatives?
Yeah, 12 of them were taking their word. They haven't got birth certificates.
Oh, I see.
What a crowd we got in my house. Every place they're sleeping. On the couches, on the beds, on the chairs, and on top of the piano is my cousin Murphy.
Murphy, your cousin?
He's one of the 12. We're taking his word for it.
Well, have a nice trip, Mr. Kitzel, and look me up when you get back.
This is a promise. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Kitzel.
Attention, please. We have just learned that while coming through Albuquerque, the westbound Sunshine Limited hit a cow and will be delayed several hours.
Jack!
What is it, Don?
Look who I just bumped into.
Hey, it's the Sportsman, the quartet. Hiya, fellas.
Attention, please. Now arriving on track 18, the Chief from Chicago. On track 2, the Lark from San Francisco. And on track 5, a cow from Albuquerque.
Gee, I bet that one is really tenderized. Now tell me, hey, Sportsman, what are you doing here at the station?
Oh, I'm afraid they haven't time to talk, Jack. They have to catch a train.
Oh, where are they going?
To Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Why?
If you know what we know, then you go where we go, where they grow tobacco. O-L-S-S-S-M-F-F-F-L-S-M-F-T. You'd be so happy when you'd see you're lucky. You cannot measure the pleasure that you will get from smoking Lucky Strike. So Jackson, bye, and don't cry. We're on our way, oh happy, happy day. So take it down and carry on. Away down south where they grow tobacco, that's where we belong. Forward men and stay in line. It's onward, onward. onward to Caroline. That's where we'll get a rhyme for light of time. Oh, L-S-S-S-M-F-F-S-L-S-M-F-S-L-S-M-F-T for me.
Have a nice trip, fellas.
Attention, please. Attention. Trains now leaving for Las Vegas on tracks 7 and 11.
Don,
These trains are pulled by diesel engines.
Don.
Roll 'em.
Don, we better get that information about Stubbs' train. Come on, I think it's right over here. There's the information booth there. Oh, Mister. Are you the information clerk?
Well, what do you think I am in this cage? A parakeet with a mustache?
Wait a minute. The last time I was down here, they had you behind the ticket counter. How did you get information?
I dialed 113.
Now, will you stop that? All I want to know is if the Super Chief will be arriving on time.
Let me see. The California Limited leaves in 15 minutes. The Grand Canyon departs in a half an hour. The Challenger is leaving in an hour and a half.
Wait a minute. I want to know about a train coming in. Why do you keep telling me about trains that are leaving?
Well, in psychiatry, they call it the power of suggestion.
Look, you still haven't answered my question. When will the Super Chief be in?
In exactly 15 minutes.
Thank you. Come on, Don.
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. What track does the train come in on? We have to know what gate to wait at. Oh, look, before we leave the window, why don't you ask the man where to go?
Okay. Oh, mister, could you tell me where to go?
What did you say?
I said, could you tell me where to go?
If you ask me that once more, I might let you have it.
Oh, never mind. Say, Don, what happened to Dennis?
He's right over there weighing himself.
Oh, yes. Dennis, what are you jumping on that machine for?
Well, I put a penny in, but no peanuts came out.
Dennis, that's a weighing machine. It's a scale. When you put a penny in, a little card comes out. There it is down there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, gee, look, I weigh 155 pounds.
And Dennis, on the other side is your fortune.
Oh, my fortune? Well, let me see. Gee, now they tell me.
What does it say?
No peanuts.
Well, come on, kids. We better get over to meet the train.
Look, Jack, there's plenty of time now. Why don't we go get a sandwich first?
Well, there's not that much time. I'm going to meet the train.
Well, I'm going to get a sandwich. You like to come with me, Dennis?
Well...
Let him go alone, Dennis. You come with me.
Okay.
Hey, Bud. Bud.
Who, me?
No, you with the pointed head.
He means me.
Yeah, you. Come here a minute.
Well, this is a switch.
Look, mister.
What are you doing?
I'm going with Mr. Benny.
Uh-uh.
What?
Go with Wilson.
Wilson? Why?
Well, look at the form. He's always out in front.
no. What about Benny?
Benny hasn't got a chance. His photo finish was the horn blows at midnight. I'll take my word for it, Bud. Stick with Wilson.
Well, come here a minute.
What?
I'm sticking with Benny.
Why?
Wilson's carrying too much weight.
What?
He's got everything in the back stretch.
Well, okay, I'll see you in the poorhouse.
Come on, Dennis, come on. Stop wasting time.
Yeah, it's getting late. Well, I suppose I'd better go with you, too.
The Southbound Limited now leaving for Laguna, Capistrano, San Diego, Tijuana, Acapulco, and Mexico City, I think.
Jack, this is the gate right here.
Yeah, sure a lot of people waiting. Well, I can hardly wait to see Stubb again. Good old Stubb.
Yeah, I'll bet he'll be glad to see you, too. Come on, let's edge over a little.
I wonder what that kid is crying about.
Attention, the Super Chief is now arriving on track 8.
Come on, Mr. Benny. Everyone's getting ahead of us.
That poor kid. I better see why he's crying.
Oh, now, Jack, how can you butt in? You don't even know the kid.
Well, I can't just let him cry. What seems to be the trouble, Sonny? Did you lose your mommy? Look, I don't know what's wrong, but I wish you'd stop crying.
If you give me a nickel, I will.
Go ahead, Jack. Give it to him.
But, Don, I don't even know the kid.
The people are starting to come up the ramp.
All right, kid, here's a nickel. Now, you can stop crying and dry your eyes because everything is going to
Let
be...
go of it already. Here you are, Dad.
Thanks. I didn't think you could do it. Jack, do you see your friend?
No, I don't. I hope he didn't miss the train. Gee, that's the way he was in school, too. Completely irresponsible. That Stubb Wilbur. I was 2 years older than Stubb, and he got in the habit of letting me do his thinking for him.
Attention, please. Attention. The Lurleen now arriving on track 5.
Lurleen?
Man, was it foggy.
Well, there's no sense standing here. Let's go home.
Yeah, I guess so. Gee, I'm sorry I dragged you both down here on a wild goose chase.
Beg pardon, but could you be of a little assistance to me?
Huh? Oh, what can I do for you, sir?
Well, I don't see so good anymore. Would you mind reading an address I've got written down here on this piece of paper?
Let's see. 366 North Camden Drive. Wait a minute. That's my address.
Well, Jack Benny.
Stubb Wilbur. Gee, it's good to see you. Come on, Stubb. We got a lot to talk over. Here, I'll carry your bag.
Never mind the bags. Carry me.
Gee, it's amazing how old you can get when you don't lie about your age. Come on, everyone. Let's go home.
Friends, every minute, day and night, a destructive fire starts. And in 9 out of 10 cases, most fires start because someone was careless. Don't let that someone be you. Be sure your electrical wiring is properly installed. Put cigarettes and matches out before you discard them. Be on guard constantly against fire. Remember, only you can prevent fires. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a minute, friends, but first, let's hear that catchy Lucky Strike light-up time tune again.
Light up, Lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time.
For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Relax. It's light up time.
Yes, sir. When it's light up time for you, light up a Lucky. You couldn't make a better choice. Here's why. Lucky Strike is the cigarette of fine, light, naturally good-tasting tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And Lucky Strike is the cigarette that's toasted. Yes, it's toasted to bring Lucky's naturally good-tasting tobacco to its peak of flavor so that it tastes even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. Fine tobacco, and it's toasted, add up to real deep-down smoking enjoyment for you. So be happy, go Lucky. Buy a carton and try them out. When you light up, I'll bet you find the Lucky is the best-tasting cigarette you ever smoked.
Light up a Lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go Lucky.
It's light up time. For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Right now.
Light up a Lucky.
It's light up time.
Gosh, Stubb, isn't it wonderful? Your first day in California.
Yeah. Can I go to bed now?
You want to go to sleep, but it's so early.
I know, but I'm so tired of painting this room.
We just have to finish this ceiling, and then we can go to sleep.
Yeah, sleep.
Good night, folks.
Program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks.
Filter smokers, true tobacco taste, real filtration, famous Tareyton quality. They're all yours when you smoke Filter Tip Tareyton. Filter Tip Tareyton gives you all the full, rich taste of Tareyton's quality tobacco and real filtration, too. Because Filter Tip Tareyton incorporates activated charcoal, renowned for its unusual powers of selective filtration. Look for the red, white, and blue stripes on the package. They identify Filter Tip Tareyton, the best in filtered smoking.
The Jack Benny program is brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike, the cigarette that tastes better.
Light up a Lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go Lucky.
It's light up time. For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Relax. It's light up time.
This is Don Wilson, friends, and I certainly agree. There's no time like right now to light up a Lucky and find out firsthand what real deep-down smoking enjoyment is. I mean the enjoyment that comes from better taste, because a Lucky tastes better every time. And the reasons why are world famous. First of all, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So fine, so light, so mild, it just naturally tastes better. And then something very important happens to Lucky's fine tobacco. It's toasted. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that brings Lucky's naturally good-tasting tobacco to its peak of flavor, tones it up to make it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So right now, while the show gets underway, or whenever it's light-up time for you, be happy. Go Lucky. Enjoy Lucky Strike, the best-tasting cigarette you ever smoked.
For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Right now.
Light up a Lucky.
It's light up time.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Barry Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the last Jack Benny show of the month. It's also the last program of the current series, and as a matter of fact, it's the last show of the season. So now I bring you a man I thought wouldn't last, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking, and Don, I know that you're trying to be clever on the final show, but how could you possibly have thought that I wouldn't last? After all, a man my age is just in the prime of life.
I guess you're right, Jack. They've been priming you for 20 years.
Don, George Global. CinemaScope stomach. Now, Don, control yourself. But, you know, you may be right. After all, nobody can last forever.
You're sure working on it, Bub.
Well, I see we have another candidate for the unemployment insurance. You better watch it, sister.
Jack's right, Mary. He deserves a little more respect from us. After all, he's one of the pioneers in the broadcasting business.
You're darn right. Why, when I did my first program, there were hardly any radios in the country.
And darn few people.
Darn few people. Plenty of people when I started.
They may have had feathers in their hair, but they were people.
Mary, if I were Jackie Gleason, you know what I'd say? One of these days, pow, back to the May Company.
If you were Jackie Gleason, I wouldn't have to go back.
All right.
Oh, Jack, why are you so touchy? Can't you take a joke?
Certainly I can take a joke, but here we're doing our last program of the season, and everyone comes in and insults me.
Well, I didn't insult you, Mr. Benny.
Huh? Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, sir.
Well, you see, Mary, Don, Dennis knows how to treat me with respect.
Certainly. I feel that when a man keeps you working all these years, he deserves respect.
Well, naturally.
A man doesn't get to be the star of a radio and television program unless he has ability and talent.
Thank you, Dennis.
No star can keep a loyal following of fans loving him through all the years unless he's an outstanding personality.
Well.
Can I go now, Mr. Benny?
Why?
I can't keep reading this stuff. It's making me sick.
Why did I have to let him go on? Why didn't I stop him when I was ahead? I should have stopped him earlier, like in 1946. Oh, well, it's the last show of the season. I won't be seeing him for quite a while.
Oh, say, that reminds me, Dennis. What are you going to do this summer?
Well, Don, I'm going to visit my uncle in Las Vegas.
I didn't know you had an uncle in Las Vegas, Dennis.
Yes, he's married and has a lovely wife and 3 slot machines.
Gee, Dennis, I envy you going to Las Vegas. I'd like to go there, but it's so expensive.
What do you mean expensive? Last time I was there, I got a room for $2 a day.
$2? Must have been an awfully small room.
Well, yes, it wasn't too large. As a matter of fact, it didn't even have a bath. Jack,
do you mean to say that you stayed at a place without a bath?
I didn't need one, Don. They cleaned me before I got to my room. Hey, say, that's a funny joke.
It may have feathers on it, but it's a joke.
Anyway, I'm going back to Las Vegas this summer and stay at the Flamingo Hotel.
Say, Mary, what are you going to do this summer when we're off the air?
Well, I think I'll just stay around the house, spend all of my time in the backyard in my garden.
Well, that should be nice. Here in California, you can grow some wonderful flowers.
I'm going to grow vegetables. I got to eat.
Say, Mary, that's smart, growing your own vegetables. Where'd you get the idea?
From the present Jack gave me last Christmas.
What did he give you, Mary?
100 pounds of Vigoro. Gift wrap, yes.
Now, wait a minute, Mary. I think you're going just a little too far.
That's right, Mary. How can you say such things about a man who's so nice, so generous, so nice, so generous, so nice, so generous, so nice?
Dennis, turn the page already. heaven's sakes. Anyway, Dennis, time for you to do your song. And since this is the season's final show...
Jack, I think the sound man is trying to get your attention.
Oh, yes, he is. What is it, Twombly?
Well, this is the last show of the season, and all my relatives is listening in.
Well, that's nice.
No, it ain't. All they're hearing is people talking. They want to hear sound effects.
Look, Twombly.
Well, a guy imposes on all his friends and relatives and gets them to listen to this program, and what do you hear? Yakety, 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 yakety.
Look.
You may not know it, but in Canoga Park, I'm a big man.
For heaven's sake, Twombly, there are sound effects at the end of the show.
Yeah, but all you got is ordinary ones, like a knock on the door, a telephone rings. I want something complicated that'll let me show my artistry.
But look...
I like them dramatic shows. Can't you do a show like A Tale of Two Cities? 'Tis a far, far better thing I do than I have ever did before. Goodbye. That's the guillotine.
Look, Twombly, we're doing a radio show, and you'll come in with your sound effects only when you hear your cue. So just keep quiet and listen.
Yes, sir.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes, come on, Dennis. Let's hear your song.
Lady of Spain, I adore you. Right from the night I first saw you, my heart has been yearning for you. What else could any heart do? Lady of Spain, I'm a-feeling. Why should my lips be concealing all that my eyes are revealing? Lady of Spain, I love you. My heart has been yearning for you. What else could any heart do? Lady of Spain, I'm a-feeling. Why should my lips be concealing all that my eyes are revealing? Lady of Spain, I love you.
That was very good, Dennis. Oh, say, Malin Merrick.
Yes, Jack?
That was really a wonderful arrangement the orchestra had for Dennis's number.
Thanks.
I also want to thank you for the discipline you brought to the band. I've noticed during the last few weeks, right up to tonight's final program, the boys have been behaving much better. And they all... What was that?
Remley fell off his stool.
Couldn't quite make it to the end of the season. Well, isn't anybody going to pick him up?
No, Jack. We usually let him lie there during the summer. The rest does him good.
Well, okay, let him stay there, but I want him up when we go back on the air next fall, you see. And Malin, rub a little cheese on his face so the mice will keep him shaved. Imagine Remley falling off his stool like that.
To the rest of the world, it might have been Remley who fell, but in Canoga Park, they know it was me.
Not from that reading, they didn't. Now, look, Quambley, this is your last warning. I don't want any more talk from you. You're a sound man, so all we want out of you are sound effects when we give you the cue.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Malin, what are the other boys in the band going to do this summer? Huh?
Well, most of them are taking summer jobs, all except Bagby. He's going on a pleasure cruise to Hawaii.
Well, Charlie's going to take an expensive vacation like that. Isn't he going to work at all?
What does he have to work for? He hasn't even spent half the money he got from that Brinks job in Boston.
Malin, how can you say a thing like that about Bagby on the air, even in jest? Now the police will come and get him. Twombly, stop that! And what are you bowing for?
Right now they're applauding in Canoga Park.
Look, I don't want any more of your silly talk and sound effects. You just give us the sound effects on the right cue, and that's all.
Yes, sir.
Say, Jack.
Yes, Malin.
Since this is our last program, the boys in the band chipped in and bought you a little gift, and they selected Sammy the drummer to make the presentation. Come over here, Sammy.
Okay, Mellon. Mr. Benny, on behalf of all the boys in the band, it gives me great pleasure to present you with this token of our esteem.
Well, thanks, Sammy. Thanks a lot, fellas. Let me see what it is. Oh, isn't that nice? It has my initials on it, too.
Yeah.
Just what I've always wanted. A monogrammed ice cube. Gee, thanks, fellas. And remember, at the start of next season, don't call me. I'll call you. Just wait. I think we better get on with the program. I want to leave early so I can get a quick start. Who can that be? Come in.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Why, Mr. Kitzel.
Mr. Benny, pardon my intrusion, but I just dropped in to say goodbye.
Well, that was very nice. And wait a minute. How'd you know I was going away?
Of this I was ignorant, but I know I'm going away.
Oh, really? Where?
I'm going to Europe to visit my relations.
Oh, that's wonderful. What country do they live in?
Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah.
Gosh, Mr. Kitzel, I never knew you were of Irish descent.
Just on my mother's side. Full-blooded, I'm not.
Oh, I see.
And then from there, I'm going for a full week to Paris.
Paris?
Which is in France.
I know. Tell me, Mr. Kitzel, while you're there, are you going to see some of those Paris nightclub shows?
Ooh. I'm planning to go every single night.
Every night, but the whole show is in French. You won't understand a thing.
Mr. Benny, I'm going for looking, not listening. You know, this I understand in any language.
I know.
And then while I'm over there, and since it'll be summer, I think I'll swim the English Channel.
Swim the English Channel?
That's right.
But, Mr. Kitzel, you can't try a swim like that on the spur of the moment. You gotta train and train and train.
Now living on track 5 for Anaheim, Sosa, and Cook.
Now, Twombly, cut that out.
Amanga.
Now, look, that's the last straw. Another interruption like that, and I'll have you fired. And I don't care how strong your union is. I'm sorry I lost my temper, Mr. Kitzel, but this has been going on all day.
Oh, that's all right. I was just leaving anyway.
Oh, well, goodbye and bon voyage.
Thank you. Nicky Maguire was a man of fire, and he came from County Cork.
Now, kids.
hiding anything. They read anything they want. Now, kids, as I was telling you, I want to get an early start on my vacation trip, so I'm going to call...
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Oh, what is it, Don?
Well, before you leave, I want you to hear the commercial the sportsman and I have prepared for the last show.
Is it a good one, Don?
Yes, it's the boys' farewell to you because they're going to Europe.
Oh, to Europe, like Mr. Kitzel. All right, fellas, let's hear the song.
Bye-bye, Benny. We'll miss you, Mr. Benny. Dry that tear from your eye. When we're in London, we'll try not to walk in the fog. It's almost as bad as our own L.A. smog. Bye-bye, Benny. Thanks for the new halfpenny we have borrowed to spend. We'll buy some crumpets and tea. If the crumpets are for free, but somehow, Benny, we'll get by. We've got Luckies, those better tasting Luckies, and enough for our friends. We'll tell them Luckies are round and so firm and fully packed. A Lucky is made of that fine light tobacco.
Oh, I say, old chappie, you'd make me bloomin' happy if you'd spare a lucky strikey what?
And every Frenchman would love to have a carton of those
better tasting Lucky Strikes.
Vive la Lucky!
You can travel in style. A Lucky keeps you smiling. It's the toasted cigarette.
That's right, Governor.
Light a Lucky. It's light up time.
Don, I must compliment you and the boys on that commercial. It was really swell.
Well, thanks very much, Jack. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, but don't you think it would have been even better if I had accompanied the boys on my violin?
No.
Don, why not?
Well, Jack, I don't like you playing your violin during the commercial because we sell cigarettes.
What's that got to do with it?
People can't smoke when they're holding their noses.
Well, another witticism from my chubby little chum. I suppose you thought that was funny, too, eh, Don?
Yes, I did, Jack.
Well, Don, at this point, I think it's only fair to remind you of that old Chinese proverb, which goes, and I quote, when employee make joke about employer, then E soon find out that fire him. So watch it, kiddo. Dennis, what are you laughing at?
I just got it. People can't smoke when they're holding their noses.
Dennis, you're an idiot.
Only on my father's side. Full-blooded, I'm not.
All right. Now, everybody keep quiet. I want to call up and have my car sent around to the front of the studio so I can get right home.
Say, Mabel. What is it, Gertrude? Mr. Benny's line is flashing. Yes, Mr. Benny. Yeah, I'll tell him. Goodbye. So what does he want? He wants I should call the parking lot to let them know he's leaving soon so they can get his car ready. Well, ain't he an eager beaver? What's he in such a hurry about to get his car? He always does that. It takes 15 minutes to get the boiler hot. You know, Gertrude, I don't understand him. He's such a big star. Why does he drive around in such an old jalopy? Well, that's because he's so sentimental. Oh, he loves the car? Now he loves money. I know that, but I can't understand why he keeps saving all the time. Hasn't he heard that famous expression, you can't take it with you? He's heard it all right. But he thinks he's worked out a system to get around it. Well, how? He had a tailor sew pockets in his skin. Well, you know, everybody can kid Jack about being cheap, but I happen to know he has a generous side, too. What makes you say that? Well, the other night we were having dinner at the Sportsman's Lodge, and you know how most people only leave 10% of the bill for a tip? Uh-huh. Well, Jack insisted I leave 15. Oh, how nice. Hello? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Betty. The line to the parking lot is busy. I'll keep trying and telling you want the car. It'll be ready by the time you are.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Gertrude. Well, kids, the program is nearly over. And it looks like we've come to the end of another season. At a time like this... Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
What is it, Rochester?
Nothing important. I just wanted you to know that I've got all your things packed and ready for your trip.
Good. You put in all that stuff in my medicine chest?
Yes, sir. I packed your nerve tonic, stomach tonic, liver tonic, blood tonic, and tonic tonic.
Tonic? What have I got that for?
In case any of the other tonics feel run down, that's what they gave.
Well, Rochester, did you pack my new gray suit?
No, sir, it's dirty. I'm going to send it to the cleaners.
But I want to wear it tomorrow in Las Vegas.
But, boss, that gray suit doesn't give enough contrast with your golden curly locks.
But, Rochester, what can I do? I don't have any other new suit.
I know, but you got other locks.
Well, all right.
Now tell me, Mr. Benny, do you want me to pack your brown spiked shoes or your two-tone spiked shoes?
I don't want any spiked shoes. I'm not going to play golf in Las Vegas.
I know, but if you win something, you'll want to get out fast.
Gee, I didn't think of that. Pack the brown one.
Yes, sir. And, Mr. Benny, I think you ought to get some new luggage. This bag you got here is old and it looks awful.
Rochester, I'll have you know that bag is genuine cowhide.
Oh, boss, this is cowhide?
Well, only on its mother's side. Full-blooded, it's not. Now, Rochester, I hope you memorized that nightclub act I taught you. As your agent, I've arranged for an audition for you at the Flamingo, and I think I can get you booked in there.
I know, and I appreciate it. Only
what?
Well, I read that contract I've got with you.
What about it?
Ain't I supposed to get the 90%?
Rochester, I'm putting the rest of that money away for you to use as a nest egg.
Well, push the hen off. I'm hungry.
Stop worrying about it. You'll get everything that's coming to you. Now, I'll be back as soon as the program's over, and we'll leave right after dinner.
Okay. Goodbye.
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 For heaven's sakes, Twombly, hang up the phone.
You told me you didn't want no more sound effects.
All the silly. Go ahead and play, Malin.
Jack will be back in just a minute, but right now, here's a suggestion for you.
Light up a lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time. For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Relax. It's light up time.
That's a grand idea for a pleasant Sunday evening at home. Or any time at all when you want to enjoy a really great cigarette. Just lean back and light up a Lucky. Because every Lucky you light is sure to give you better taste. And here's why. First, Luckies are made of fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Light, mild, naturally good-tasting tobacco. And then that tobacco is toasted. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that tones up Lucky's fine tobacco, brings it to its peak of flavor, makes it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So right now, friends, or any time at all when it's light-up time for you, make it a Lucky, the best-tasting cigarette you ever smoked.
Light up lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time for the taste that you like. Light up a Lucky Strike.
Right now.
Light up a Lucky.
It's light up time.
Ladies and gentlemen, although this is called the Jack Benny program, I'd like to say that its success is due to the competent people I have working with me. My wonderful cast, the great supporting players I have, my producer, my engineer, my sound man, my capable writers, my fine musicians.
How can you read that stuff? Doesn't it make you sick?
Good night, folks. See you in the fall.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks.
Filter smokers, here's the true tobacco taste you've been looking for. Filter Tip Tarleton gives you all the full, rich flavor of Tarleton's famous quality tobacco, and real filtration, too. Filter Tip Tarleton incorporates activated charcoal, renowned for its unusual powers of selective filtration and used far and wide to purify the air we breathe, the water and beverages we drink. Look for the red, white, and blue stripes on the package. They identify Filter Tip Tarleton, the best in filtered smoking.
The Jack Benny program is brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.